Let's first maneuver that so that that's actually in the right spot. Let's flip back on our text. Oh god. I forgot it's 98. I have to get on Arknights and start getting some fucking Originium. Anyways.
How's it going, Chad? How we feeling today? Everybody loving life?
Myself, I'm quite ready for a little more reading. One of my, funnily enough, from memory, one of my favorite events to read. I did very much like this one. It's kind of interesting because I think that's not. I think that doesn't go with a lot of what a lot of people would almost stereotype me as liking. I think a lot of people would say that I don't like simple characters, or I don't like simple characters or simple storylines. But I don't know. This one's pretty good from my memory. Maybe it's more just that, you know, like the brevity is the soul of wit P type people are just idiots or not using that correctly. And in general, if I may rant about that phrase real quick before we do our priestess questionnaire, what a stupid phrase. You can't just say brevity is the soul of wit, because it's just like, not. What if, to be witty, your delivery requires that it's long? What if the point of the joke is that you have a long, rambling explanation for something stupid? Well, then your wit would not work. If you used brevity, it wouldn't be as witty. What a stupid phrase. Yeah, it shouldn't be longer than it should be. But that's like, of course. Yeah, something shouldn't be longer or shorter than it should be. Yeah. Something shouldn't be how it shouldn't be. Duh. It feels like one of those phrases that people use it and they think they're smart, but it's like, that's just very basic shit. It's like the whole bread and circuses thing. Like, what? When people, are you telling me when people, this vote-in is the priestess questionnaire. I'm gonna do the priestess questionnaire on stream before I actually do the event reading. Yeah, like, the fucking bread and circuses, like, quote, like, oh my god, people are, like, less likely to revolt against you if they have their basic needs met and something to enrich their lives? Oh my god! Like, are you fucking stupid? Now, granted, back at the time that this was said, back in, like, ancient Roman times, this feels like Sun Tzu Art of War, where some of the stuff Sun Tzu had to write, like, you need supply lines, is like, duh, but people at the time, not everybody at the time we hadn't even advanced to that part necessarily of warfare. So we had to explain some obvious shit. And that feels like the Roman governance equivalent of that. We're like, yeah, that's fucking obvious. Either way, I assume this is meant to be chapter 14. That's being questioned about. But chat, here's the whole thing for you. I haven't read chapter 14. I've been too busy rereading every event for the all events video. You've seen it happening with this. So, I think I just have to be a little confused, and I find it difficult to accept. I don't know what happened, really. So that seems fair to say. The mission others have tasked you with will succeed. Is this referring to me, the doctor from my people, the precursors, or is this referring to Teresa's go do the shit? Because either doesn't seem like it's gonna succeed, if I'm honest. I think either way it's probably an agree, because our chances are slim either way here. I think we're probably cooked. I mean, just look at Enfield. We're on a whole ass different planet. And there don't seem to be that many precursor references, so it seems like we're pretty fucked. Either way. Doesn't seem like things went particularly well from here. But I think I have to go with agree on that one. Judgment of choices have been wrong for a long time. I believe it is time to abandon some things. Well, I mean, that's a weird question. That's a loaded question, isn't it, chat? Because, like, yeah, you're gonna have, like, flawed judgments on things, just in general, at large. This isn't like a... If it's, like, on some major level, on some macro level, maybe not. But in general, the process of learning is, like, abandoning either not knowing and the ignorance that you held, or a previously held belief that's incorrect. In referring purely to what the doctor's done, not really. I think we've been pretty reasonable. I think main story doctor's been pretty reasonable. I can't think of anything that'd be that crazy. I think we can disagree. I think the choices have been generally correct and the best he could, but it is still perhaps time to abandon some things. It's kind of a both, but I'm gonna go with disagree on this one. Your cooperation. I'll ask for your opinions on specific ideas to examine your judgment and logic skills. Are you ready? I'll be honest. Okay. Value of a life varies based on the individual's cognitive abilities and competency. Not really. But the value of a life varies based on how well I know them. It's the priestess questionnaire, Rajak. Sorry, priestess honey, but I'm gonna have to disagree on this one. I don't think cognitive abilities and competency are necessarily what determines it. It's who you're actually close to and who you care about. Sorry, priestess, my answer here's more emotional than logical. I'm sorry. Survival is civilization's top priority. Yeah, probably. As far as, like, what is the number one thing, just, like, for people at large, whether in groups or alone, surviving is pretty damn important. You want to thrive, but in order to thrive, you do first have to survive. All of the good things that would come from thriving, you must first survive to achieve, so that's pretty reasonable. That's a pretty reasonable statement. This question, the value of a civilization can also be measured and compared. Yeah. I would say that. I wouldn't say that you necessarily can objectively, unless you're objectively looking at certain things, it's a little bit difficult to... It's a little bit difficult, but if you wanted to say, like, oh, what civilization did X, Y, or Z better, then you can, like, measure and compare what they did. I don't think it's ridiculous to measure and compare. I don't know about the value of a civilization at large, but values of individual aspects all can. And then, like, whatever you value, I suppose. I think that's fair. The purpose of civilization indirectly frames the rules of conduct for every individual life within it. Kind of. I mean, when you think about it, a lot of, like, the worst crimes are... You end someone's life, so you end someone's survival, you actively obstruct their survival, or you scar them, something like, you know, SA or something that scars them and makes their survival and life much more miserable. Difficult, it may lead to them, you know, game ending. So I can see it. The purpose indirectly frames the rules of conduct for every individual life within it. That's definitely somewhat true. Survival and like, I mean, what are we getting together into a civilization for? Survival and like social elements. The two main things of like people, I feel like, in civilizations, and those are two things that do frame a lot of the rules of conduct. That's pretty fair. A lot of these are very open to interpretation. I'm realizing very open questions. The rules governing civilization are the only tool with which individuals may fight against predestined doom and annihilation. Well, that's not true. Also, what is predestined doom and annihilation? Everybody dies, so we all technically face predestined doom and annihilation. Like, we all technically do face predestined doom and annihilation. The universe itself will collapse eventually, you know, heat death type beat. So all existence, what we conceive of as time, space, and all of these things will break down and perhaps eventually be born anew. But no, this definitely, the rules governing civilization are not the only tool. Hell, they're not even a great tool for fighting against predestined doom and annihilation. People still die in civilizations. And what about if a civilization has to go to war with another civilization to protect itself? Well, I mean, still then, if these civilizations are going to war with each other, well, you're getting drafted in by laws governing the civilization to go fight and experience predestined doom and annihilation. So I'm gonna disagree with that one. And this I disagree with. I think life, inherently to be life, has to be biological. I don't see a machine. In the case of Arknights, I assume it'd be talking about Originium, which is a little different. Hi, Pingwing. We'll get to reading it in a minute. I've seen the penguin, and I imagine you want to read the penguin event. We're just doing the priestess, what is it? Little questionnaire. I assume in Arknights terms it's talking about Originium, which technically, it's like putting everybody in like a flash drive, right? Like, Originium is putting everybody in a flash drive. So, that's basically kind of what it is. It's like putting everybody on like a... like, putting everybody into like this world where you're still you, but you're like, you've been turned into data. So like, at that point, but that still came from biological life. Originium still corrupts biological life. It doesn't, like, create from non-biological. So I would still say that biological life... The screen stuff aren't biological, aren't they? I mean, they are. They're experiments, but they're biological. That's biological. Of Civilite Eterna. Even then, the existence of Civilite Eterna, the crown, can become it can look like Teresa because it's taking like the information of Originium. It's taking what was biological information. Without the biological, there is nothing. So I'm gonna go disagree on this. Impossible hope is a sort of lie. Yes. Yeah, if I'm hoping, if my 5'8" ass is hoping to just wake up 6'2" tomorrow, no. Oh yeah. Beating the odds and attempting to do so is admirable. If you hit impossible and keep going, if you're purely delusional, like, being hope-pilled, I don't think is the same as being purely delusional. So I would agree, impossible hope is a sort of lie. If we are predisposing that it's impossible, that from all that we know, it just will not happen. Opium 2 is a type of copium, yeah. It's the, like, hopium, like... Do I have hope when I'm watching my favorite North American professional League of Legends teams at international events, even though they've never come all that close to winning one? Yes. But is that technically impossible? Well, no. It's very unlikely. And it's not like I would put money down on it happening. But it's possible. This is just, if it's straight up impossible, yes. If it's straight up impossible. And for what do you persist now? You've begun taking precautions? I can make things possible. I think impossible hope, Penguin, is basically just delusion. FlyQuest's gonna take down T1 this for sure this time, bro. This is the one. Fucking TL could have beaten T1 last year in EWC if Umpty hadn't ran it down 3 times in a row. If the general hadn't saved them. We could have had it, because APA was clapping Faker. That's crazy. That should never be happening. It's Frank taking unnecessary. Pretty simply treat this as a normal conversation. I can't really recall everything you've ever done. And answer the following questions. Please be candid. Priestess, how long is this? I have to start reading soon. A betrayal with a reason ought to be forgiven. This is so vague! How big of the betrayal? What is the reason? This is so vague! I'm a fan of North America, Vo. If TLs are representative, the only team in the LTA North that I'd consider myself not a fan of is Lion, because they don't have any NA players. Which, granted, Lion is a holdover from LLA, so they're mostly... It's I think 2 Latin American guys, because it's Audi and Lions, who are from Peru and Argentina, 2 Koreans, and then I think it's Surdy. Although technically I suppose Surdy's been in America for a long time. He's probably got his green card. He's probably a citizen, so Surdy's probably technically American as well as Australian. He probably has dual citizenship. You're talking about what we did to Teresa. I mean, if we're talking about what we did to Teresa, I mean, agree in that case. In that case, it was kind of based. It was kind of based. It was kind of based. This is purely like, what is the betrayal and what is the reason? If, like, your partner cheats on you, there's not really a reason that's gonna make you forgive him. But if it's just like, if it's like a more vague betrayal of like, you know, if it's more like, oh, you trusted someone to do this, they didn't do that, but like the reason was because this was an even better way, like this, I'm gonna go with agree. I'm gonna go with agree based on what Laffy said. If we're talking about killing Teresa, agreed. Concealment for a selfless reason should not be taken as deception. It's still deception. It's literally deception. It's not... Deception doesn't have to be bad, but that is deception. Concealment for a selfless reason should not be taken as deception. It's concealment. That is deception. Deception doesn't mean, like, evil, but it means to, like, deceive. To conceal something is to deceive. So it is deception. It's not necessarily negative, but that's deception. You'll understand me. I agree. I understand, Priestess. Test is concluded. Thank you for your cooperation. Please believe me when I say there's meaning in every choice you make. Put a space after your commas, Priestess. Come on. Synchronized. And we got the white screen. I think that is the more on Priestess's side. I think deception should be taken as a fake sky, right? Yeah, I think so. I think so, essentially, Laffy. The deception is the fake sky and it's put there. Or Priestess herself doing some kind of deception. Either way. Either way, chat. That dramatic shit done. Welcome to reading about a stupid penguin. That's what you all showed up for. Do you understand me? Agree. Agree on what? Agree on understanding her. Why disagreeing with Priest's viewpoint? Yeah. Teresa fans watching this pod like, I knew it! I knew he wasn't one of us! I knew it! He is the enemy! Oh. I gotta make more videos dunking on Teresa, bro. Teresa fans, they gotta be more fun to make fun of than Dagenbreaker fans. And I have fun seeing the Dagenbreaker fan comments. That's the thing about my least favorite being Neural, is Neural fans they're so reasonable. They're so reasonable that it's not fun. I present to them my arguments and they're like, that's fair. Those are fair. Those are fair. I disagree. Or, those are fair. I still like her. And it's like, well, yo, that's very fair. That's fair and reasonable. That's incredibly fair and reasonable of you, Neural fans. I can't say anything to you on that one. ESL translation moment? Maybe. Your better way of doing things is too wild. Priestess is a wild motherfucker. She's crazy. You get blue as disagree, yeah. I mean, overall, I think Priestess is really interesting. I think people sometimes dumb down the like, oh my god, fucking yandere anime girl. But it's like, yeah, of course she's possessive. She's literally lost everything else but the Oracle. What else does she have left from her old life? Like, the place she grew up, gone. All the people, gone. The culture, gone. Anything to, like, really remind her, gone. Except the Oracle. Like, of course she's a little possessive. Imagine if you literally lost, like, everything. The whole world. The whole planet Earth, everyone you knew, every, like, cultural artifact is gone. What a synonym that's headed to yes, that sounds more dramatic. What do we have? Agree sounds good. Yeah, probably why. Alright. Now let's get to work on reading. I got a little bit too deep and heavy there. I don't think I don't think my audience likes it. I think my audience likes it when I'm like, Roingus! Ah! I love Roingus! And also, chat, if you want your engagement video, just tell me and we'll put the Minecraft parkour in the corner, okay? So if you guys want your engagement video, just tell me. Ursus. Icefield entrance. Right Kaczynski Science Investigation Supply Depot. Phew, finally here. Beep beep, please enter the passphrase. Ahem. Colombian Billy Bro, Ursus Cautis dos Soles, Horosho. Verifying passphrase confirmed. Russian word. Colombian. Verified speaker confirmed. Rhinolab serial number CRL005. Go on. Welcome to the Right Kaczynski Science Investigation Supply Depot. This is definitely set up by Mumu, probably in her voice then. Horosho means okay? Okay. Horosho, okay. Okay, let me take it one again. Verified passphrase, confirmed. Horosho. Colombian. Audio system in Ursa's WK station is slightly damaged. Maintenance unnecessary for now. That should do. Professor Mary's team probably took enough supplies for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 20 people? 20 people's worth of supplies for a team of 15? Only 5% of supplies remaining, enough for 10 people, excluding myself. Requires restocking. Now what else? Structure, no signs of damage. Energy, no recharge needed. Life support equipment, still good. Temperature is alright. First aid kits appear to be unused. Doors and windows show no sign of external damage. And finally, yup, that's the route. The routine reports along the way suggest that they didn't run into any trouble. 2 months ago. Columbia, Trimouths, Ryan Lab Headquarters, Scientific Investigation Section.
Alright, I'll prepare to depart then. Anything else you need me for?
Oh, that should be all, but there's one last thing, but you can't tell anyone.
Huh? Sure, I can keep a secret.
Director Mariam went missing in the ice field. Huh? What happened to Professor Mariam?
Quiet, keep it. I just said secret.
Anyways, that's the gist of it. So your top priority on this trip is to find and rescue the director's team. The Exploration Society is already organizing their own search and rescue, but I'm sure you know how inefficient they always are. So, you're the only one they can count on. They are fucked.
Got it. I may mouth breathe and eat paint, but I'm the only one they can rely on. The other outposts seem normal, which means they're still together. That or... a signal from a Colombian outpost.
Oh, this is @ Yuan beyond base. We're under Yuan !! @ percentage and ! need ... Yuan. Coordinates.
A signal sent by Professor Mary himself, which means he should still be there. It would take some time for the signal to travel all the way here. First things first, Magellan. CRL 005 Magellan.
Identity verified. How may I help you? Penguin, gotta forgive the bird brain. True, very true.
Give me both the outgoing and incoming signal logs from Columbia in the last 3 or so months. Thanks.
Confirmed. Beginning encrypted callbacks to messenger outpost.
Ursus uses the base station established by the Exploration Society too, so that'll be convenient for applying for an icefield entry permit. I can go as soon as the messenger from Ursus gets here to confirm the documents. I'm on my way, Professor, so stay out of any serious trouble. That was fast. Please give me a moment. I'll be right there. Hi there.
Miss Venta Megalon. Obviously, he must have this voice.
Is this Mr. Ivan?
Yes, on business as usual.
One sec, I'll open the door for you.
Oh, Ivan. I think this is just like the default, like, Ursian man sprite. I think this was used for, like, several reunion members, and you know, we can take a little look at the Magellan drip. It's like a penguin, it comes down over the knees and such. You know the rules, Miss Magellan. If I take even half a step forward, we'll never hear the end of it from the Colombians.
It's just us here. Who's gonna know?
Your little machine is already keeping a close eye on us.
Between you and me, the systems here aren't as smart as you'd think.
Still, better to be safe than sorry when dealing with the Colombians. The CIA very scary. Not that I don't trust you, of course, but allow me to decline your kind invitation out of an abundance of caution. Now then, if you could show me your documents?
Yep, that should be all of them.
Entry permit, expedition route confirmation, cartography commission. Very good, Miss Magellan. Everything appears to be in order.
Phew.
That said, I have unfortunate news for you. All Icefield expedition permits this year have been cancelled.
What? But the documents should all be...
I doubt this is the first time you've experienced this, so please try to understand our situation.
But I have to go. It's urgent. Could we make some kind of workaround?
It's not impossible if you can tell me why.
Really?
Really?
So the thing is, we have a missing team out there, and I need to find them, or at least confirm their situation. There are lives at stake here, so whatever conditions there are, I'll agree to them after I find them.
And you should have reported this to official channels and waited for an Ursus rescue team. Why set out on your own?
I understand, I really do, but an official rescue team needs time to prepare, right? I'm an explorer too, one pretty familiar with the icefield if I do say so myself, and finding them even a day earlier will make the follow-up rescue that much simpler. Also...
I understand. Do you mind sharing the mission group's last known coordinates?
Oh, okay. Just give me a moment. They should be around here.
Thank you. and I am time to do some evil. I've obtained the Colombians' coordinates. Based on them, it likely have something to do with what's happening in the north. Very good, very good. What do we do with the girl? She's supposedly a veteran explorer from Colombia, but her importance to the country is unclear. Keep an eye on her and await further instructions. Understood. Or Venta Magellan? Maybe Venta means something in Russian. Her name is Winter. Which, haha, funny. The penguin's name is Winter. But yeah, her name is Winter Magellan. Venta could be a nickname, it could be a Russian word. They really had to give Ivan the most typical Russian name. Yeah. Isn't like Ivanov, like Ivanov and Ivanova, like the most common Russian last name because it's just like son or daughter of Ivan, and Ivan's just an incredibly common name. Or a sign Blizzard to send you. Oh, Laffy. I sure wish I could get to be Blizzard again soon. I sure wish we could have C-Squad again.
Mr. Ivan?
I just confirmed with my colleagues. My apologies, Miss Magellan. We still can't let you head any further north. The front is under military control, so it's out of my hands.
Then...
But to make up for it, I can accompany you anywhere within Ursa's territory. My status as an Ursa's official should simplify things for you.
Let me think then. Oh right, Sami! No one would block me if I entered the ice field through Sami, right?
In theory, yes. However...
Then let's go to Sami first! I'm all ready, Mr. Ivan. Please take me there now.
She wants to enter the ice field through Sami. Do we have enough time to run a background check? Just do what she wants. Investigating a Colombian with a public identity won't take long. Once you reach the border, the guards will send someone to take over your job. Alright, Roger. They tried to emulate the accent or something. It could be. Be careful not to let the witch spot you. Understood. As you wish, Miss Magellan. Captain Neo, a moment please. You have a question, soldier. Yes, Captain, regarding our mission. I cannot wait till we get out of here, and there's not a bunch of the Ursian dudes, and I'll end up giving them essentially the same voice if I want to maintain the accent. Yes, Captain, regarding our mission. You have concerns about the military's arrangements? No, sir, I wasn't there. I was only thinking about how we treat the Sami. You pity those creatures. Yes, Captain, I think, wait, what did you just say? I can understand your sympathy. Let me ask you a question, though, soldier. Russian dressing bears a common trope, true. He says her name is Venta, and the other says her name is Winter. I do want to say in like her files or something. I do want to say in like the Rhine people think her name is Winter, which I do think is probably more accurate. But maybe are Russians known as bear people in America? Russians are associated with bears, all the Russian bear and everything. There's a couple of countries that have certain like animal association. Like China's got the Chinese dragon or like the lung. America's obviously got the bald eagle and such. Canada's got like moose. Venta might just be phonetically how they say winter. Yeah. Venta. Yeah, kind of. Venta. It could be like that. It just I can see there being an accent that would make you pronounce winter closer to Venta. Yes, Captain. Then on your family's land you must breed burden beasts. You must use them to pull your carts. Otherwise create value as your father demands. Think those burden beasts would have done any of that on their own, without your father to tame them? Of course not, Captain. So what makes you think this Sami would? But Captain, after the Ursus people overthrew the Hippogriff's rule, they spent a millennium transforming the land into what Ursus needed it to be. backwater, and quite poor. And yet Sami remains a desolate woodland. Even more backwater and poor than us! Can you believe that? That's crazy! It's crazy talk! The Sami have contributed nothing to civilization. I believe that with proper guidance they will eventually come to understand the painstaking efforts Ursus has made here. We brought them the fire of civilization, so they should be shedding tears of gratitude. Yet their response, well, I believe it goes without saying. It's stop murdering us or some bullshit like that. What the fuck? Am I right? It's crazy. I can't believe it. They're crazy. Yes, Captain. They understand only strength. More civilized means of persuasion fall on deaf ears. As such, violence is a necessary evil. But when their descendants are living in sturdy homes and enjoying the products of Ursa's culture, then they'll understand. Understood, Captain. Reporting in, a group of Sami straight ahead, engaged in combat with the demons. Get information and have a caster team ready their arts. Yes, sir. Oh, Captain, you. Not even a disobedient burden beast deserves to be devoured by starving beasts, wouldn't you agree? All units prepare to attack the demons. And definitely not anyone else. I swear it. Yes, sir. 1 week later, at the Sami Ursus border. Just a little further and we'll reach the border sentry outpost, and Sami is a short trek from there. This is as far as I can accompany you.
It's been a whole lot easier communicating with anyone from Ursus with you around.
Your Ursuine isn't bad, although your accent is thick.
I doubt I'll be fixing that anytime soon. I still have a lot to learn. Sometimes I can't understand a word you're saying, Mr. Ivan.
It is an obscure regional dialect. Not even other Ursus can understand me sometimes. I could teach you some on your next visit if you're not so busy next time.
Really? That'd be wonderful, thanks! There's no way you'll be dead by the time I come back.
Historically accurate conversation about Sami from the 1800s right there. Yeah, kinda. Pretty much. Historically accurate conversations from a lot of groups that make big building when they see group that does not make big building. Well, we have to kill them. It's just, we gotta kill them. They're just not like us. They're not cool. We gotta kill them. That's the only option. Or I suppose alternatively, there's also people who also make big building, but just like, they also have cool shit that you want to take. Because like, if they got cool shit, I mean, I'm just saying, if they got cool shit, might as well take it. Oh, you're very welcome. By the way, are you particularly familiar with Sami?
Well, I've never used this for a brute before, so not really. Whatever it takes just as many supplies to get through Sami as does enter the ice field. A fewer outposts there as you get near the ice field, so restocking is quite difficult too.
Indeed, it's a savage place.
Don't seem to like it much, Mr. Ivan.
Normally is a permanent garrison at every outpost on the Ursus border. Sami Ursus border only has regular patrols. Can you guess why?
Does Ursus have some sort of dispute with Sami?
Dispute? The Sami invade Ursus territory and attack our soldiers, all to satisfy their malicious, primitive desires. Even the sentry outpost up ahead was once occupied by the Sami for no reason at all. We even so kindly helped them to repel demons before issuing a protest to reclaim our territory. But they refused to leave and even armed our soldiers. In the end, we had no choice but to drive them out with force.
Is that so? Is that so? Do I believe this guy? Chad, is this guy telling the truth?
The barbarous Sami exacts their revenge by sending out a vengeful spirit we call the Witch. She killed every last soldier at the outpost and has been wandering the border ever since. Whenever she runs across a small squad, she'll engulf them in a snowstorm before going in for the kill. But if she meets a larger force, she'll hide in the wind and snow. You can neither get rid of her nor chase her away. Real thorn in our side. A real thorn in us. But well. It is a jazz song. Thorn in us, you know? And never mind. In the end, our only option is to strengthen the border defenses with an elite patrol squad. Simply to prevent the Sami from wreaking further havoc. You must also be careful when passing through Sami. The moment they spot an outsider, they will not stop until they rip out your throat to sip on your blood. Like the wild beasts swarming the snowfield, we can only keep them in check by force. Am I clear?
Yeah, you're clear. Mr. Ivan, you're gonna get canceled. You can't be saying these things. In the year of our Lord, 2025?
Good. It's windy out there. Let's hurry to the outpost and get some rest. Evil, mysterious woman. Is the monster still there? I don't know how to do a Scandinavian accent, so you'll have to forgive me for this. It's been driven off, so we should be safe for now. Oh, wonderful. Friends from Ursus, how is the situation over there? No casualties on our end. Freya, do you still have any extra water? Bring some for our Ursus friends.
At once.
Surely we're gonna all be nice, cool, and friendly here. That was a little dangerous earlier. If you guys haven't helped out, some of our fledglings here might already be on their way to meet the ancestors. Please, there's no need for that. We share a common enemy. Where are you headed to next? We just happened to be passing by while performing our military duties. The people of Ursus sure are stiff. Just fought demons and you're still thinking about these military duties of yours. Your brothers must be exhausted. Come rest at our camp, warm yourselves by the fire, and have some dried meat before hitting the road again, friend. Then I suppose it would be rude to refuse. There's no need to be so polite. Freya, where's that water?
I'm still patching someone up. You gotta give me a moment.
Forget about that. We'll bring them back to camp for drinks. Santala! What's wrong? What's wrong? What wrong? What's wrong? Double check that there are no more demons in the area while I take the wounded and our Ursus friends back to camp. Got it. Then I'll return when I'm done. Remember to leave me a spot under the tree. But of course! Get up, get out! Time to head home. Listen up, soldiers. Advance information to definitely not do anything untoward. Definitely not. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, soldiers.
Is this really a sentry outpost? It's so spacious. This tree smack dab in the center. Does Ursus have a custom of planting trees in the middle of buildings, Mr. Ivan?
It was planted by this army and has been dead for a long time. But fortunately, sturdy enough to act as a much-needed barrier out there in the snowfield, we decided to let it stand rather than cutting it down for firewood.
There aren't any other trees in 100 miles. So why would they randomly plant one right in the middle of the snowfield?
I wouldn't know.
Can I collect some samples?
By all means. We've arrived at the dead tree outpost. The witch has not bothered us.
We finished our investigation into the girl too. Her background is unremarkable, but we can make use of her expertise. The border guards will move to your position as soon as they can. They'll take the girl, pass her on to the investigation team. We will need someone to guide them across the ice field. Your role ends there.
Oh. It's no war crime if there's no war. It's purely crime. No war crimes, just murder. Understood. Now go ahead and prepare the signal beacon to connect at any time. My apologies, little one. I'm sorry, little one. My apologies, friend.
What are you doing? Lower your weapons! My duty is to expand our territory for His Majesty the Emperor. What? From today onwards, this too is Ursus territory. What? What exactly do you mean? Did I not make myself clear, barbarian? It's the only settlement within 100 kilometers. Once we occupy it, Great Ursus will naturally be the master of this land. As this is now Ursus territory, I must request you leave. We've been living here for ages. All of you've done is plant a flag. What grounds do you have to claim this land as yours? Because of the flag. I like the flag. Because we're here now, no more reason is needed. In honor of our friendship and mutual existence against the demons, I'll give you each 2 choices. Leave this place at once or become subjects of Ursus. You and your people are excellent warriors, so our nation will gladly welcome you. Of course, you must learn to speak Ursine, wear Ursine clothing, and most importantly, abandon your abominable and heretical beliefs. I like big flag. Me too, Tori. You! Are you saying I have to abandon this drip? And are you saying she's not gonna look so cute in her little shaman outfit? What the fuck? Yes, though, shut that bitch up. Freya! Don't do anything foolish. Don't even think about resisting. Oh, old tree! I plead you bear witness in my stead! Ah! You leave me no choice, friend. All units attack. Please speak.
The wind from the direction of the border guards seems off. Might be an incoming snowstorm. Find an open space to deploy a signal beacon for them. Upon making dialect, take the target. Leave the area immediately.
Understood. I see you're done collecting samples.
This tree has some amazing properties. Biologically speaking, it's completely withered. What's strange is how parts of it still feel alive and well. With more thorough research, I might even be able to publish a whole paper on it.
Great blessing to academia, no doubt. There's a snowstorm coming, so you better go shelter in the outpost first.
Ah, I gotcha. You're not joining me, Mr. Ivan?
I'm gonna check the scale of the storm, so if the weather worsens, we'll still have a chance to send for help.
Oh, okay. Please, have some of this before you go. I just heated up some water, so have a cup to warm yourself up.
It's alright, I'll be back.
Mr. Ivan? Wait, why am I hiding in here by the fire while he's hard at work outside? This doesn't seem right. I'm an explorer, aren't I? How can I let my companion face this alone?
Ivan is not impressed by academics. He is not. Ivan is not about that life.
Maybe I should. So cold. Ow, my face hurts. The wind's picking up. You be careful, Mr. Ivan. That's... Mr. Ivan, no, that's not, that's...
A gust of wind kicks up waves of snow pouring toward the outpost. We never saw Ivan again. True.
However, the waves seem to advance only sluggishly at a controlled speed, as if commanded to do so.
It's not an optical illusion caused by the distance. The wind and snow are indeed following orders. They dare not even let a snowflake overtake the leader without permission. And she, currently leading the wind's charge, holds her scepter high as she slowly makes her way toward the outpost. One step, then another. Smooth, steady, unquestionable. Till the land is buried beneath the wind and snow. So it might have gone, but Magellan welcomes the scene more than anyone else on the northern frontier. Because the woman walking amongst the ice fields and snow is her best friend on the ice field. And there's Santala. Ivan the unimpressed it will become Ivan the murdered.
Simone!
As her shout travels across the snow, Magellan clearly feels the wind subside. The waves of snow behind Simone vanish without a trace as she walks up to Magellan. Hello, Magellan. Shouldn't you be out on an ice field expedition? What brings you here?
A professor I respect has gone missing out there, but Ursus blocked the route again, so I have to take the long way around. I've warmed up some tea. Want some? Why, thank you. Ah. So you want to enter the ice field from Sami? Uh-huh. Ah, right, Simone, you're a Sami, right? That I am. Then you... How could I possibly not help out a good acquaintance? Yay! Okay, then I'll say goodbye to Mr. Ivan when he gets back, and then we can head to Sami. Though I've heard it's kind of primitive there, and really scary. Is that what the Ursus messenger told you? Well, yeah, he also said there's a witch around here who attacks people for no reason, so I should be careful. The Ursus are all like that. So what kind of person do you imagine this witch to be? A little scary, just like this tree. Oh, Mr. Ivan seems to really loathe Sami, though. He was so upfront about it, too. Us Sami hate the Ursus just as much. But why? Couldn't you just talk out this misunderstanding? No. Because to them, conquest is far simpler than understanding. They may see just one annoying witch, but countless Sami have already... No, it's getting late. Where did you say your friend was headed? North, toward the snowstorm. Wait here, I'll go help him out. I think it's better if we go together. Stay put, Magellan. You're safer in here. Okay then. Be careful out there, Simone. And be careful of the witch, yeah? If she does show up, I'll be sure to stay far away from her. In the meantime, could you warm up some more tea? And now I'm all alone again. I hope Mr. Ivan and Simone can get along out there. What do you think, Mr. Tree? Ancient Dead Tree responds with silence. I still don't get it. How can they fight off a common enemy together one minute and go for each other's throats the next? Isn't cooperation obviously the better choice? The venerable tree ponders for a moment and decides to answer by smacking its withered branches together. How about you, Mr. Tree? Did you come to this snowfield all on your own because other people couldn't understand you? Your towering tree feels the question is difficult to answer, so chooses to remain silent.
I do like the humanization of the tree doesn't know what to say, so it doesn't say anything.
You're right, that was a stupid question. But if possible, I still hope we can... I'm back! Simone? Oh, here's your tea. Thank you. So where's Mr. Ivan? I looked where you told me to, but couldn't find the messenger you mentioned. One from the north is close. Perhaps they already rendezvoused with the border guards who called for help and taken refuge with them. Ursa's sentry outposts aren't sturdy enough to withstand a snowstorm this strong. This building will be completely crushed. We might want to... Can we wait just a bit longer? Mr. Ivan's a pretty experienced messenger, and we've known each other for a long time, so I don't think he'd be caught by a snowstorm like this.
If you insist, just a bit longer. I'm sorry if your friend perished by no fault of mine. I had no hand in it. That's crazy that he died. Whoa.
I'll let the old tree know that we're safe. The old tree? Simone, are you from around here? It used to be my duty to protect this unchanging old tree. It may have transcended death, but failed to be remembered. And to think all this happened because of a moment of kind-heartedness. We sow goodwill only to reap evil. This is how the land does things. So that's why there's a witch roaming nearby? Perhaps. It's about time. We'll be trapped in here if we don't get moving. What are you doing? Finding a spot protected from the wind to leave a mark for him. I have to at least let him know I made it out safely. That should do it. I'm leaving, Mr. Ivan. Goodbye. Let's go, Magellan. The wind and snow seem so docile when I'm with you, Simone. Just a little arts I happen to know. That communicator on your shoulder, I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. This? I bought it from the Ursus. It works quite well. Do you need one? I'm good. Colombian communicators are way easier to use than Ursus ones. Simone? Yes? There's something I need to apologize to you for. I hope you won't get angry. I won't know until I heard it. And so earlier at the sentry outpost, I got a little excited and took some samples from Mr. Tree. Did you harm the old tree? No, the thing is, I didn't intend to make a hole to collect a sample, but as soon as I touched it, it just dropped 2 pieces of bark. So really, I didn't... Bark? Yes, please don't get mad. I didn't doodle on it or anything. May I see them? Okay. Idia Elier. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, what is it, Simone? Oh, nothing. Keep these with you. The old tree won't blame you for it. Oh. Thank you, Mr. Tree.
Until as a reference to see I could see it to some extent. The White Death coming for the Ursians. And I mean, the Ursians are actively trying to expand into there. They start wasn't afraid of wearing the colors of the Finnish flag. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, it even makes sense that Ursa's similar to what the Soviet Union was trying to do, of taking over and expanding into like Finland in that Sami area. When that was the time that the Maya was giving them the trouble. So it definitely could be. They've used more obscure historical references, like Penance being the one mafia lawyer. Maybe it could be some other Finnish war hero. It could be. And yeah, I can see both. Yes, praise be the old tree. The snowstorm will be here soon, so we need to hurry and find somewhere suitable to spend the night. Let's go! Let me think. I think there's only 7 of these in total. Yeah, so we'll definitely be able to finish them today. And for the people who this is your first time on a reading stream, you get to enjoy a very specific part of the stream. Let me bring up, you know, the Minecraft parkour gameplay for this, because in order to keep my throat from dying, I drink a lot of water, which means that I have to piss a lot. So let's set up, let's pop this out, and I'm gonna take a piss real quick, and you guys can watch some non-copyright Minecraft parkour. Thank you to BB Switzer for the Minecraft parkour. I'll be back in a second. Headphones getting tangled up. I'm kind of amazed that I never put together that is the basis for chat. By the way, do you want me to keep the engagement video running in the corner? I'll leave that up to you guys.
Do we have any news on Lazar and the other men who disappeared? Yeah, we can stop searching. Demons have been through here. The ice there is arts damage. It was a hard fight.
Also, gotta say, Zam, Sami Warrior Woman, Zam. The lack of John Broken is enough to not need it. The lack of John Broken script in the Minecraft video is upsetting. Maybe sometime I'll do some broken script stuff on stream. Broken script is fun. It's a subtle and slow burn thing, so it might end up being better for videos than for a stream, because you're not sure how much will happen on any stream.
They are all roots of the frost maple and respected warriors, but not even their bodies remained. Bad weather is known to befall the ice field, but this kind of weather's been happening far too often of late. Hadn't saw me long since warned us through Eichthenir. Come, must reinforce the fortifications and keep a close eye on every mountain pass.
We've entered the Fjall Vertron. The Fjall Vertron. Current temperature is 31 degrees below zero. So far, I have yet to find any comm stations within Sami borders. I haven't been able to make contact with Director Mariam's expedition team. Aw, if Professor Mary isn't around, who am I even gonna send these notes to? Every time he reads my reports, he points out all the phenomena I should have paid closer attention to. We passed through the local settlement mentioned in previous expedition records, at the foot of Fjalvertronen, near the edge of the forest. Even though I only lost a single glove, it feels so cold. Need a hand, Magellan? Oh, it's alright, Simone. I'm almost done with this report. I'll be ready to leave the shelter and brave the blizzard soon. Now, where was I? Right! The settlement had vanished. I asked Simone... I asked an accompanying Sami about this, and it seems that Sami tribes are known to move around.
31 below 0 is a lot. One of my friends last winter was going to class in some conditions like that. Is where his university is. There's some like, it was like below like 20 with like a wind chill coming in. It was 20 below with like a wind chill coming in. It was damn cold. It was cold. It was really cold here where I am, where it's a touch hotter than up there. But it was very, very cold there, I remember. Oh, she's imagining. Like, why did they move?
I tried looking into it, but couldn't figure anything out. Someone told me it was Sami herself. She told them that danger was drawing near and that they had to leave. But the climate data we've collected so far aren't all that different from the historical record. There don't seem to be any changes in the long-term trends either. So what kind of danger is Sami facing?
Looks like the scientific investigation section's data needs to be updated.
Right. Sami's still a blind spot in her knowledge. But it seems the Sami really don't like being disturbed. Surely there won't just be an event about people in the ocean who randomly give us all of the information about the infinite ice field and the Hoenn Hotlands and everything. Surely not. They wouldn't do that. That would really cheapen events like this and the explorative feel if, you know, there was just another group that had all the answers and then gave them to us. But that would never happen. Eglon, you have to let him go. It's not your fault. The cold took him. It's not your fault. Professor Mary, you've always wanted to work with them, but haven't been able to. It takes so much effort to get our applications processed in Ursus. If we could just find a new path into the ice field through Sami and build more research stations, our expeditions would be so much easier.
Unfortunately, the Sami don't want anyone in the ice field.
Right. Was I just talking to Professor Mary? Simone? Simone! What's the matter? You see a group of people over there? There's too much snow, I can't quite...
What? You know what? Honestly, this gives me a chance to like this gives me a chance to fuck around with the creature vocalizations.
Oh, is it really Professor Mary?
Magellan, that doesn't sound like it's right. Magellan, that's not right, Magellan.
Simone, I need to head over there for a look. Ah, it's really you! Thank goodness I found you guys. I knew you'd be safe. Weird. How come I can't speak? My heart's beating too fast. Am I trembling? Why? No! No! I need to stop the professor and take them back. Professor! Shh! Don't listen! Don't look! Don't speak!
It's like Rainy talks about Dora.
I don't blame you, Simone. It's been a long time since your last visit. It's no wonder you didn't sense it. Haha, I see. So now I'm a visitor here? Not as much as her, but still a visitor. Their attitude tuck hasn't been used for a long time. Ah, you're lucky I take this detour every time. So the warriors still haven't accepted you, even now? But the land herself clearly regards you as a beloved child. In any case, thank you for your help, Typhon. No need to pay me back. The food I had around here is more than enough to last me a few months. So you said you were heading to the ice field to look for missing Southerners? Yes. Then let me come with you. The missing men must have run into trouble. I'll help you protect them. I can talk now? Is it okay if I talk? Listen, don't move. Why are you raising your hands? Because I heard the Sami are very fierce, and they don't like it when others enter the ice field. I'm really not plotting anything bad. Well, the warriors here are indeed fierce, but I'm no warrior. Anyways, I woke you up just now with my arts, but you can still hear the voices, right?
The stim video is paused, which is honestly funnier than not having it there or playing. Yeah, the stim video is a stim screenshot, because it doesn't seem like everybody wanted it. It's a stim screenshot until I have to take a piss again, where it will become a stim video.
Yeah, I can. It's okay. I've realized it's a hallucination by now. I'm not stupid enough to keep talking to it. Right, I should jot this down in my notes too. So do you know what causes these hallucinations? Exhaustion due to extreme weather? Maybe something in the water that paralyzes the central nervous system? Come here. Your ear? Okay, go ahead and tell me. Alright, now the other side. Okay, weren't you gonna whisper something? Did you just rub something on my ears? It felt kinda cold. Now, put this under your tongue and press down on it. Moss? And a ball of mud? I know that explorers sometimes boil leather when they're completely out of food, but I've never considered eating moss in an emergency. Alright, Magellan, be brave and give it a shot. Stop being so suspicious of everything, just put it in your mouth.
Typhon! Alright, alright. Imagine being called a tourist in a place you were born. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy to be Simone here. Alright, Typhon, I don't know about that statement. Stop being so suspicious of everything, just put it in your mouth. Does Typhon need an accent, chat? Do we give Typhon an accent? I can't do like a Scandinavian one because I've never practiced it, but we can give her an accent. So suspicious of everything, just put it, yeah, Tori, you were blindfolded like, I don't know about this. I said, shut up! Stop being suspicious, just put it in your mouth. Slip it in there. We could make Typhon Australian. That's fun.
You know, Kermit the Frog here. Now you only hear.
I can't Kermit either. I'm not a great impressionist, I'll say. I'm not a great impressionist, and like if I haven't practiced something, it's gonna be really bad. Realistically, honestly, maybe I should try to learn like a good Swedish accent, because it's definitely not particularly common. It's an accent that would be good to learn for voice work. I'd probably only get, like, in my lifetime, like, 6 potential shots to book work with it, but you'd probably be able to get, like, half. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Oh. Alright, you know what? I've decided we're just doing something I can do.
Right, now you'll only hear your own voice and won't be bothered by the strange noises.
And Typhon was a Greek, like a monster. Oh my god.
Really? You're so helpful. Wait, but won't I be deaf to any environmental dangers too? It'll also affect my balance when I climb. It's too risky. Don't be afraid. Just trust Typhon. We'll take you somewhere where the snow is not contaminated. Yeah, we'll give you a hand signal when you can spit the mud out. Until then, don't talk too loud. You don't want it to hear you.
Alright. What is it? He has a Swedish accent? I believe so. I think her voice actress is Swedish. Her voice actress is from somewhere in Scandinavia. She sounds like Kermit the Frog with a stuffy throat, though, I'm not gonna lie. She sounds like Kermit the Frog crossed with Miss Piggy. Typhon's a cutie patootie, but her voice, like, I don't know. Her voice is not my cup of tea, I'll say. The young explorer suddenly stops and looks in a direction where no one's standing. The brief pause lasts only 2 seconds. She quickly follows Typhon's directions and squeezes the mud ball into her mouth, so nothing unusual had happened.
Yeah, I can't hear anything now.
Stop.
Eh? This must be first scattered in the snow. It's a kind of detection arts. Good thing you held Magellan back. We can escape the warrior's eyes, but the very least our visit seems a little more respectful this way. Should we have her spit the mud ball? You can fill her in on the situation. If our plan was to enter the ice field this way, then she probably knows nothing about the northern front. No need. Leave the negotiations to me. Most of these warriors would chase us off with hammers the moment they hear Colombian or the common tongue. Ah, see? Oh, it's the Legion. They aren't going to talk to us.
Allegra, just imitate the boss. Just imitate the boss and talk about how you can overcome a challenge. How you grew up from being a child. How you put your anchovies on pizza. The anchovies. It's going to become a flamboyant German. It's going to become a gay German and like two lines in it. It's going to become Zeal. There's like 2 lines in. Mute nuts are what it's called. Gay mega ball just for shits and giggles. Here, eat this mud. It'll be funny, bro. Trust. Do it for the vine.
You, daughter of the Santola tree!
Greetings, warriors of Tree Scar.
You're with an outlander and the hunter with the black bow.
Indeed, but please don't be so quick to attack. This outlander asks nothing of Sami. We simply seek to enter the endless ice field.
The Sami warriors surround them in silence. They show no intention of backing off. Though silent, their stances remain unchanged, with their hands on their weapons. Regardless, Antal seems to know exactly what it is they need to hear.
I understand it's against the rules. No one should enter the ice field rashly. You built these high walls not only to keep the ice field disasters. What the fuck is going on with my throat? To keep the ice field's disasters at bay, but also to stop the Sami and wild beasts. But her dear mentor has disappeared in the ice field. She's earnestly trying to rescue someone who is practically family to her. But I hope you can make an exception.
The Sami warriors do not move an inch.
Please trust us. We will take care of the southerner and prevent her from acting rashly against Sami. She won't become lost.
We will prevent her from acting rashly against Sami. Very first ending of fucking like IS4, like after this, is fighting Sami. He will not anger Sami, I swear. She won't, guys. Goes V. Pronouncing CH as SH is super Swedish, yeah. I actually know a Swedish guy, and me, him, and this Finnish dude. So we'd sometimes like play League on like the European server and such, which honestly I did not particularly like. Ping too high. I like it on my good North American server where my ping is low. But yeah, but we would also sometimes like watch some pro games, and like whenever we were watching Chovy, and he would always call him Chovy. And so we would start just like making fun. It was like me and the Finnish guy just started making fun of him, just like fucking just thinking of all the words we could with the CH sound and replacing it with a sh. W is V, J is Y. Okay, I'll try. I'll try, Gardner. We'll try. Typhon won't be Australian unless it's really bad. If it's really bad, Typhon will go back to being Australian. Just because that's an accent that I both like doing and I'm actually good at. I like that one. That one's fun.
We are accompanying her in order to take care of any worst-case scenarios that might happen to her or the missing men.
Trust that black bow too? You want us to trust the daughter of a crazed Cyclops?
That black bow means nothing. She fights the same enemy as you.
Her mind may be clear, but that doesn't mean a weapon will bring misfortune! There was a time when we brought back the belongings of every fallen warrior to raise the enemy could find through their contaminated relics.
Giga Shad. The Giga Shield Giga Shad.
I am sure you know this well. Simone from under the Santala tree.
I'm a shaman no longer, but if that identity will make you reconsider, then I'm more than happy to use it.
There are so many among us who remember the warrior who almost became a snow priest, but she ran from her duties, so we do not intend to bring up her past.
Her power can still take care of those around her. The team that went missing amounts to more than a dozen men. The northern warriors I know would never turn a blind eye with so many lives on the line.
No! You must bear the harshness of fate out of the Santala tree. Endure it! Do not run away!
Those are Eichfinir's words. Did he learn something from his divination? About the whole northern realm?
I have no answers for outsiders, but Typhon has already led many a warrior south to inform each tribe of Sami's whispers.
I understand. If Sami has made a prophecy, I shan't insist on entering the ice field. But now that it's come to this, we lack the supplies to head back down the mountain. Take the long way around. Now the demon's contamination spreads without end, we have no choice but to continue our journey through the mountains, through the pass guarded by your warriors.
Supplies? You believe the southern shore companies are blame? They claim that I depend wilderness, which is why they find this upside of survive in Asia.
What? I'm simply asking that you...
Let me reread WVJY. Wait, let me write. let me write this down. Let me write this down. Let me write this down. Noya V J Y. So like J becomes Y. That like just like the standard like ya sound is what you get from the J. No, Notepad, come back. I need you.
Don't leave me!
Oh wait, can that? Oh, because it's not like popping up like that. Okay, that's fine. I can just keep it on my second monitor. I can keep it on the second monitor. It won't be obstructed. Like a bootleg German accent. Well, I mean, Sweden is pretty close to Germany. Jesus Christ. Fairly close. There's some overlap. Job sounds like yob. Yeah. I was shilling when I got a new job. Okay, we'll try.
Let's go, Simone.
Okay, is the Y still a Y? Is the Y still a Y? So this will be like... So we can still have just like the...
You don't owe them an explanation. You don't owe them an explanation. You don't...
This is gonna be rough. Because I don't know like a lot of the bass beats, but I guess... I guess we can take it somewhat like the German in just in cadence to give me some reference. You don't owe them an explanation. Wait, that hand signal. Are you for real? Yeah, trust me. Just hold on a moment. Oh, so bitter. Let me explain. I'm not a bad guy. Just everyone, Magalon, shut up. I'm not a bad guy. I'm just an explorer. The only thing I want in these crates are reserved drones. I can open them up if you want to look. I'm not trying to sneak this field either. I just don't know how to get in touch with the Sami government to submit an application. Does Sami have a government? I don't actually see anything resembling one, but I do have the documents I was going to hand over to Ursus, my ID, exploration permit, and the abandoned route plans. They all prove I'm just an explorer, nothing more. Anyway, so once Typhon have been so nice to me, please don't blame them. It's me you're suspicious of. I'll explain everything also. Huh? I'm imagining things. Everyone's expressions go increasingly solemn with each word she says. They're all looking behind her, as though they too can hear her hallucinations. Okay. I'm just like looking through all of this. To try to remember and not fuck it up. Run, you bird brain! You brought an omen of disaster right into the group! Right to the group!
Omen of disaster. I'm like on the lookout for like W's. For W's, J's, and the CH's. This way! Is this the path you mentioned? That's right! Typhon about to slur. Ah, that was close! The arrow hit the rock! Thanks, Rock! Thanks, Fjallbert, Don! They probably mistook it. They probably mistook it for one of us in the thick snowfall. The odds come in handy, Simone. I knew I could trust you to keep us hidden.
I am gonna totally miss like the one time.
Okay, now this way. Okay, now this way. Let me check. It's gotten quieter. Let me check. Yeah, I don't see them anymore. Good, we shook them off. Well, perhaps they stopped giving chase. Whatever the case, we should be safe now, right? Aha! All of a sudden, I'm out of breath. Give me a hand, I'll help you. Oh, thanks! The expedition equipment and my protective gear are all just too heavy. When they designed this extreme north exploration gear, they probably didn't think we need to run in the mountains. No, wait. I need to apologize. I couldn't hear anything earlier, but it looked like you were bickering because of me. I got ahead of myself and started shouting.
I love that Magellan has just no, like, self-preservation instinct at all.
The director always tells me to think before I act, but maybe it's because I have no idea what's so scary about these hallucinations, but I didn't really think that through, did I? No need to apologize. Nature doesn't debate right and wrong. Right and wrong. All that matters is closeness. Same goes for the northern warriors just now. Closeness? Well, they're just like a chain of mountains. No matter what you say to them, you will never become part of the mountains. All you can do is try your hardest to surmount them.
I am doing my absolute best. This is like, you know, this is baby's first vague attempt at a Swedish accent. Maybe I'll actually look it up and try to learn more sometime. Can't learn anything without practice.
Of course, you can tell the mountains that they're wrong and should be flat ground instead. Why are they so unwilling to talk it out? Let's set aside whether they could even understand you. Us warriors normally have no need for words. See, if you and I lived together all day, every day, and everything we did was the same daily routine, patrolling, hunting, fighting, we wouldn't have much reason to talk. Because we're too used to everything? No, because communication is only needed when we think different thoughts. That's why I called them a chain of mountains. Besides, they have to deal with the Ursas too. To them, they must be wary of outlanders whose intentions they cannot discern at a single glance. It may seem a little cruel, but that's how they have to live. One must accept fate, no matter what form it takes. Fate? Isn't that like a mid-tier anime franchise?
Brain overclocking, looking for those letters. Pretty much. Brain overclocking, looking for the specific letters.
What's done is done. The signal I gave back there was for someone to run. When you're dealing with those warriors, most of the time you're going to have to back down. You can't count on them giving way. That said, now we can't reach the ice field to find your teacher. Oh, yeah. So, what are you going to do now? I guess I'll go to Kapat to request help.
I don't know how to pronounce the C with that over it. Probably not just like a C, but...
It's about pick up Swedish church accents, which is what makes some language sound sing-songy.
Yeah, there's a lot of accents and such that have like a melodic nature. It's one of the more difficult things about like the Irish one for me is that the Irish accent is very melodic. And it's something that's actually challenging for a lot of people about the like average indistinct North American accent type of thing that I have.
for people who are like Irish or who have some accent with a melodic nature, is that mine is very flat. Like, this accent is very flat. It's not melodic at all. It is neutral. It stays the same for most of a sentence, unless you're like asking a question. Probably Shapat or something?
Yeah. I guess I'll go to Shapat to request help. It's the southernmost city in Sami, isn't it? Yeah, it's where a lot of Colombian companies have their only branches in Sami. Now that the Ursus route's sealed off, it's the only place the Exploration Society came on a rescue from. I'll rendezvous with them and try my best to collect information on the route. For all, nobody's really all that familiar with Sami. I'll keep escorting you then. Did I miss one of the letters? No, I didn't. I don't need payment. I have no use for most of the trinkets Southerners offer. I just happen to have a client waiting for me in Chabad. If I try to do this, then it sounds really a goofy. It's becoming a boppity boopy. A marinara. A carbonara with the guanciale. It becomes that if I focus too much on the sing-songy without knowing how it's properly done, that's gonna happen. So let's relax a little on that. Whoa, thanks. What about you, Simone? I promised I'd stay with you, didn't I? But Typhon, where does this path lead? I find it hard to imagine there's still paths in the mountains that the scouts haven't discovered. Well, that's because this takes us to where Argus lives. Right, a Cyclops' cave. Yeah, I guess it's my home too. At least I grew up there. I may have used Sarka's arts to cover our tracks, but any veteran shaman is bound to figure it out in an instant. But I doubt they'd want to disturb a Cyclops. No one likes hearing the prophesied tragedies doomed to befall them, after all. You see, much like about the doctor and priestess that we did that earlier. From German to Irish to Swedish chef. Yeah, pretty much. It's difficult, because just remembering those things, just remembering the little things that change is one thing, but then it just sounds weird if I don't have the full context for it. But perhaps we'll just work on relatively normal, add a feminine tick to the voice, and then we'll just try to remember those things. If they'd kept Chase, I'd have to count on our just being home to help us out. Luckily, they weren't so patient. Oh, patient. This is making me feel uneasy, though. They give up far too easily. Almost as if they abandoned us in the snow. There's nothing to fear. I'm watching our surroundings. Oh, right. The snow creeps beneath your feet. Oh, right. The disaster you mentioned earlier. What's that all about? If you're able to find the source of the auditory hallucinations and bring back samples around for analysis, maybe we can find a more long-term remedy. Ireland answers Magellan right away. Instead, the sound of their boots singing in the snow grows louder by the step. That's a strange question. Do you people think that catastrophe is the cold, or the fangs of a mangler will just up and disappear one day? Well, actually, Typhon, if selection pressures were to change evolutionarily, the fangs of a mangler may disappear one day. And if global warming occurs, then the cold may disappear one day. And should Originium stop being a thing, catastrophes would disappear. So, actually, it is possible. Stupid. The disaster is relatively less common, but if it comes knocking on your door, you cannot defeat it. Just like now. The sound of their footsteps in the snow stops. While she wasn't paying attention, the snow had become light as a feather. Magellan blinks and does a double take. Am I hallucinating again, or is it snowing upwards? No, your eyes aren't deceiving you. The snow is floating in midair above our heads. I need to get samples! Give me a minute to activate the drones! A snowflake that's still floating upwards. Ha! Got it! Next snow that's accumulated in midair. Oh, Magellan, you stupid fuck. Watch out! The snow crumbles downward. From what I can barely make out given the visibility, there seems to be a lot more accumulated in the sky up ahead. If we keep going, it's enough to bury all three of us once it comes crumbling down. This phenomenon must have stopped for a while. They already knew about it, so they stopped giving chase. They knew we were prey driven into a dead end. Not even a snow priest arts can do anything about this. Nor can I. Any snow I summon will only float upward and break free from my control. Wait, Magellan, stay close to us. It's dangerous to go alone. It's okay. I should get a little farther away to collect samples. The drones lose their balance while gathering and knock down the mid-air snow, only I'll be buried. Whoa, that was close. Do you feel it? The snow is trembling. Each step we take awakens it.
So funny, Rainman. Hello, Shy. We're just reading this event after having started the stream with the Priestess questionnaire. If anyone joined late and wants to see the Priestess questionnaire, that is at the start of the stream. So, we'll either go back and watch that or watch that after.
But a girl like her won't stop here. Give me your hand. Most people don't like doing this, but given the circumstances, we should give it a shot. Right, make sure the blood flows onto the arrowhead. I don't need to cut a little deeper, but you don't need to worry about. But you don't need me to worry about you, right? Do what you must, Typhon. Just don't cut too deep because our hands are numbed by the cold. Snow's coming down more quickly. Yeah, the black seeds buried in the soil know my bows and arrows. It's exactly why people always misunderstand me. Okay, it's just Magellan left. Magellan, what's your status? Oh, I'm fine. It's just the snow fell down and blocked the path. Let me switch to the snow clearing module. Okay, you two can come over now. Give me your hand first. Take off your glove. Give me a bit of time to steel myself first. Okay, here. That'll do it. Phew! The arrow soaked in the three women's blood breezes through the cold wind. With a loud bang, the entire slab of frozen snow comes crashing down onto a cliff to the side. Sarkaz witchcraft. The snow there won't fall anymore. Keep an eye out for the next place that looks dangerous and deal with it ahead of time. Deal with it ahead of time in the same way. The at not here anymore. What? Is there a version of chat with the at not here anymore? What? What are you talking about, Laffy? What happened? Is it something crazy? Did you do something illegal? Do I have to be worried about this? Do I have to be just as worried as chat are? They changed the layout. Oh, okay, just the Dream thing. Okay. Yeah, I just see it normally. I don't see the at. It's supposed to be a permanent change. Did you believe what YouTube says to you, Laffy? Do you believe everything YouTube tell you? Oh, I found a few dead horned beasts close to the spring water. We followed the Samavillain, the will of the land, moved our entire tribe from the foot of the mountain all the way through the tundra. So why aren't we free of the disastrous corrosion yet? Should try the divination one more time. Just one more time. To see when the land will finally grant us peace. I mean, the Cyclops traveled with us back then was telling the truth. That there would come a day when desolation would befall our tribe. Didn't you say that someone lived here? Yeah, and that I used to live here too. And she's not here, as usual. But this is a cave. Too bad. Someone had to leave because something came up. If she were here, she could tell me if this is normal or not. Nothing. Just wondering how should I describe this place in my notes. Whatever works for you. Here. Yerky and salt. Hodges isn't stingy. You can take whatever you want. Now, we should have enough supplies to make it to the bottom of the mountain. The background of this place. A little cave with all the angular rocks. YouTube don't even know what YouTube want to do. True. Oh, except for their shitty, like, age AI shit coming on the 13th. Is everybody excited for that? That shit is dumb. Thanks, Typhon, but hold on. I don't know this artist you're talking about. Seems a bit rude. She herself said, and I quote, Anything with its curtain pulled open can be shared. You can take that to mean she doesn't care. Well, don't mind if I do. Also, is it okay if I make a detailed record of the cave in its current state? I want to take a few pictures too. Promise I won't make a mess. Ivan-esque. When you're done, come by the fire and rest. Gotcha! Right, and can I look at these notes too? Go ahead. Only she can understand what's in there anyway. Okay, huh? Right, Typhon, there's something I've been meaning to ask. Logically speaking, when you hallucinate, you shouldn't hear any words you don't know or any concepts you never heard of, right? I'm not sure I follow your logic, but what about it?
I mean, honestly, that is logical. If you hallucinate, you probably, if your brain is making you think something is there, it has to be something that you've seen or heard about, some concept that you know. Your brain's not just like suddenly making up a new thing to put there.
Anyway, take a look at this page. When the box is open, Anska Tornir will realize. That's the last thing I heard the director say before you helped cut me off from the noise surrounding. That's the last thing I heard the director say before you helped me cut off the noise from my surroundings. This Ursa's communicator. It's getting a signal. Question is, how long ago was it sent?
Reporting to Army Border Guards with the help of Lieberfell, Black Mark, and Sami.
Uh-oh! Breathe in. Breathe out. Here, eat this. Okay. Oh, so sour. At least it's edible, right? You'll get used to it. And here, this too. Oh, how come this nut is hollow? Like a bubble? Yeah. There's locals call them bubbles. You hardly feel anything when you eat them, but they're very important for climbing these mountains. Do you feel better now? Does your head still hurt? I'm fine now. These fruits and nuts are way better than altitude sickness pills, at least. So, how do you know how they work? But do you know how they work? No, but does it really matter as long as they do? Of course it does! I gotta jot this down and bring some samples back with me. My colleagues in pharmaceutical R&D would love to hear about this. Did you bring any of those pills? For altitude sickness? Of course! You should take a look at the active ingredients. Here they are. Main ingredients: wild sour berries and bubble nut extract. You mean? One of Samri's primary exports to Colombia is raw medicinal ingredients. Though I hear your company plans to cut off all trade with us as soon as they figure out how to synthesize or cultivate them themselves. Unfortunately for them, that will never happen, not with something from Sami. You're saying we can't recreate the growth conditions in Colombia? Well, of course you can, but even if you did, what sprouts from the soil wouldn't be the same plants. For one very simple reason.
Making Magellan chew coca leaves. Alright, Magellan, now snort the powder. Alright, Magellan, snort the powder, and here's a bang energy. This is ancient Sami tradition. This is our mountain climbing gear.
Because everything is provided by Sami. Everything is provided by Sami. Everything provided by Sami? You pick up languages quickly. When we first met, you needed someone to translate for you whenever you wanted to say something about Sami. Hehehe. Your Colombian's not bad at all either. Arya speaks it well. That's why I can manage. I sound like Kermit the Frog mixed with Miss Piggy though. I see the tree line. The mountain folk won't bother us anymore. Yeah, finally. A place to have a good meal. Do trees mean better food? The mountains have meat, but no fruit. The forest is different. All kinds of food there. Anything you could want to eat. Whoa! Forest has abundant resources. Typhon is our settlement nearby. Yes, and it's a tribe with a tree. Then they must have lived here in peace for many years. A tribe with a tree? What does that mean? Each forest tribe has their own clan tree. If they don't, then they must either be up and coming or they manage to lose even their tree. Whichever the case, it's laughable. Will this tribe listen to us? I believe they're quite friendly. But either way, I can guarantee they'll be more than welcoming than the mountain tribes. Huh? Really? Of course! Lone warriors fight the monsters in the north and the unfriendly Ursus all year round, so you can't blame them for being so uptight. Some of them are less cold when they leave the front lines for home. Well, that's good to hear. So how do the Sami usually categorize themselves?
Oh yeah, I know. I know, Ghosty. I've heard Typhons, as I've used Typhon before. It's very satisfying, the sound of like phew, and then the arrows all coming down. Let me see if Typhon voice line.
Open them. They may feel slightly hot. That's normal.
Slightly hot.
Shh. Stay calm. I crushed some herbs to help your eyes relax.
What's the nerves to help your eyes relax? I got the nerves to help your eyes relax. It's like, it's in a weird place. Is her voice just incredibly nasally?
You must have been staring at some dangerous thing.
Must have been staring at some dangerous thing. Her voice is so nasally. You must have been staring at some dangerous thing. Oh. Typhon, you need to get like something for the nose, honey. It's pretty easy to remember. The one's farthest. Oh god. Oh, I don't want to do this to poor Typhon. Typhon's one of the few good sarcasms. She doesn't deserve me first try butchering an accent. This is pretty easy to remember. This is how the average Swedish woman sounds. It's pretty easy to remember. Oh. Damn, bro, the average Swedish woman needs something for the nose. They need a lozenge, bro. You need lozenges. Got something in the nose. That's interesting. That is insanely nasal.
I do that a lot. Trust me.
Trust me. Trust me. I do that a lot. Trust me. Trust me. Oh my god, that's tough. I would have to first get to like where I would have to find where that nasal resonance consistently rests in me first.
It's pretty easy to remember. The ones farthest to the north who live in the mountains are the mountain folk. The ones who live in the middle of the forest and its surroundings are the forest folk. And the ones who live in the wetlands to the far south are the marsh folk. What about you then? Me? I'm a hunter. A hunter? Going by the classifications you just gave me shouldn't be based on what environment you're from? Oh, that's... I'm a sarcas. I don't have a fixed place to live, and I don't belong to a tribe, so...
What accent was that? Jesus.
Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. So naturally, I live outside the rules.
You know what? What if you all just dealt with it? I have to fucking piss again because we've been drinking a lot of water. If I'm gonna do the nasally, I am gonna real quick go take a tablespoon of this traditional Chinese remedy for my throat to ounce of prevention worth a pound of cure, because a nasal voice will dry out my throat quickly. So I'm gonna real quick do that because it is good for the throat after I piss. So you'll have your parkour back, chat. Look at that. Look at all that. You'll have that back. Look, isn't that beautiful? Deteriorating alcoholic. Alright. There we go. Okay. I'll be back in just a minute, chat. I'm sorry. This is what happens when you drink a lot of water, is you piss the water back out. There was a Chase Bank ad? That's my fucking bank, bro. What the fuck? I already have an account with you, and now you're trying to show up and put ad space on my streams? What the fuck? Alright, I'm back. I've got something else to drink. I pissed, and I took my, what is it, Nimjum Paipakoa? Or whatever? I took my traditional Chinese medicine. Very nice for the throat. That there, okay. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, traditional medicine. So much of it is bad, but there's some good in there. It turns out when it's like herbs that actually do something good and not like boiling a tiger penis, it can actually work. Alright. Alright, let's just re-listen to some Typhon a little bit.
I guess Simone is a better fit for the job. She's also a veteran hunter like me.
He's also a veteran hunter like me. Oh, that. I'm a Sarkaz. I don't have a fixed place to live, and I don't belong to it.
Oh, God. Typhon, you're such a cutie, but God, your voice is so... it's so wacky.
So naturally, I live outside the rules. And what about Simone? Simone, she... I'm a Rhodes Islander. Rhodes? I've never heard of an island like that here. Is Rhodes Island another category here? Perhaps. How the fuck do you not know about Rhodes Island?
Here we are.
Whoa! This tree! It's like a vertical nomadic city! I've never seen! I gotta take a picture! It doesn't seem so different from... it doesn't seem so different from last time, but... why does it look like they're moving all the things outside? Welcome, welcome, friends! We be in the forest and shit, man! Thank you for your hospitality, attendant of the tree. Came from the north. Would it be convenient for us to stay the night? Of course, honorable shaman. We always enjoy receiving our guests in any circumstances. Your arrival would be a reason for a feast in any other circumstances, sorry. Alas, as you can see, we're preparing to move from this land that's long been our home. We leave on the morrow, bro.
We're approaching my favorite, like, Magellan bird brain moment of the entire thing. I think it's in this chapter.
You'll find many of our houses on the tree empty tonight. You and your companions may pick any of them to rest in. The tree won't mind. I thank the tree and your tribe for your generosity. You're very welcome. Please come in. Once you've settled down, please come to the ancestral home at the top of the tree. We may have need of your wisdom. We have their permission to stay the night. Let's pick the house closest to the branch there. Finally, sleeping indoors. Is that important? How else can you rest easy? Otherwise, you're all up all night from worry. You know, that's... yeah, I'm trying to find it.
God damn it.
So I know you'll be in good hands and won't get into trouble. There have been some misunderstandings, and a few tribes now turn me away.
There have been some misunderstandings, and a few tribes that turned me away. Is that important? Is that so? It's awfully picky of you. It's not. Let me explain. Waterproof pad, sleeping bag, there. What's so funny? I just thought it was amusing that you put all this effort just to sleep. And I put in all this effort just to sleep. You don't get this chance every day, so I'm gonna make the most of it and get as comfy as I can. Wanna try it yourself? Me? No need. As long as I have my robe to wrap myself in, I can sleep.
It's so hard to maintain.
Because it's really weird. I can sleep anywhere. I can sleep anywhere. I mean, sure you could, but you could also get in this sleeping bag and close your eyes. It's so comfortable, you'll see. Really? Can't hurt to give it a try, can it? Oh, alright. Yup. Just squeeze yourself in there. I won't zip it up. It's soft, like beef skin, but it feels lighter than that. These are our rations for tonight. Alright, thanks. You can leave Typhon's over here. What's wrong with her? I had her try my sleeping bag and she fell asleep, just like that. Oh, I need to step out for a second and speak with the shaman here. If you want to go outside, you should take Typhon with you. The forest folk may be friendlier, but they won't appreciate it if you don't follow the rules. Okay, got it! Have a safe trip to Simone. Hey, Typhon. Typhon! She seems pretty exhausted. I'll just take a few photos from the doorway. You requested my presence, man? Yes, thank goodness you come. You want to light one up before? Allow me to explain the situation. As you can see, we are preparing to move. We encountered some trouble on our journey from the mountains. Facing similar issues here? Indeed. Thankfully, there's no victims yet, but my tribesmen tell me of a number of ill omens we're receiving. Most importantly, there's this. Corona. Ryder. There's a virus coming for you. You should all social distance. Wear masks. It'll help. Some of the line is clear. Regardless of the reason, my tribe must depart for a more suitable home. I understand, but then why did you summon me? Please take a look at this. I mustn't. This is your tribe's register. I'm an outsider. I understand your concerns, my friend. I lived in this forest ever since I was a child, as did my father, his father, and all our ancestors. But because we lived such quiet, comfortable lives for so long, this register has barely become more than a symbol for us. An inheritance. When I flip it open, I find myself unable to understand all its words. Study with my family and communicate with my ancestors in hopes of understanding the symbols within, but it feels as though we're still missing something. You're a shaman too, are you not? I was. As long as you were once, your wisdom will undoubtedly be of assistance to us, friend. Please have a look. We need your advice. Ha! Sleeping bags are actually pretty comfortable. Megalon? Strange, where is she? It seems pretty noisy outside. Outlander, touching the clan tree? Oh no, it has to be that bird brain.
Oh, Megalon. Oh, you, Typhon.
Just remember, if anyone
I always have to drop it lower. I have to drop it lower in the register than I think I do.
tells you I'm a Minsky, they're lying. Hands off. I've told you before. No one gets to touch.
Hands off. I've told you before. No one gets to touch the ball. Something like, I don't know. This is not good. Speak. I'm sorry. I know I can take samples, but I know I wasn't supposed to touch it. The tribe's tree is the oldest, most respected presence. Under normal circumstances, an outsider wouldn't even get the chance to stay in their tree houses. Would you touch an ancient monument for no good reason? Do you have any wise elders where you're from? The president? President, okay. If you were to run up to your president to touch their face, how would others react? I'd probably be tackled to the ground by Secret Service agents before I got within 10 feet of him. It's like that then. Luckily these people are peaceful. All they've done is talk behind your back. If we were anywhere more hot-headed, they would have taken an axe to your head. Sorry. Simone told you to take me with you when you go outside. How could you forget? Just wanted to take a few pictures, but the tree looked like it had nice texture, so I wanted to see it up close, and... you heard what she said? Weren't you asleep? I could hear what she said while asleep. And how come you didn't wake up when I called your name? Because I was asleep. Anyway, you've learned your lesson. Don't get hung up on it. Wanna try some tasty nuts, fruits and nuts? Do you have any here? I saw a lot of them in the forest. Oh, we'll pick as many as we can. Enough for Simone too. You can eat them on the road tomorrow. You two are back?
Oh yeah. Oh god, I keep switching over to the damn Typhon thing because it's like the placement of it is just so unique to anything I've ever done.
Touch my bow. Not you. Not the Smiths.
Not you, not the Smiths. Not to touch my bow. Not you, not the Smiths. We'll lower music a little. Is that okay? Penguin?
You got some fresh fruits. Do you want any, Simone? We should rest now. Magalon? Typhon, what did you feed her? Hey, it wasn't me. She picked some nuts and asked if they were poisonous. I said no, and before I could even finish, she'd stuffed her mouth full of them. Silencing chestnuts? You should rest then. Good night, sleep ought to fix it. Good night. Good night, Simone. What's wrong? What's wrong? Who keeps a sleeping bag? I don't need it. Sweet dreams. Magellan can still remember how fluffy Norma's sleeping bag was, how rhythmic the breathing of all those around her was. A quiet, comfortable environment, just perfect for resting.
I forgot that all of these, like, despite there only being 7, they're all so fucking long. You may not be able to finish these all today. When she opens her eyes, she finds herself in the forest. A blanket of greenery drapes over her waist. The trees around her have shrouded the moonlight above. It's completely dark all around. She feels thirsty. She follows the sound of water to a stream. She bends down to drink from it. Nothing is out of the ordinary. Everything exactly as it should be. When she sees the reflection in the water. Even if the reflection in the water is that of a muskbeast. A little squirrel. The night is dark, quiet, and full of terrors. Nyla instinctively senses danger. She lies down and breezes through the bushes before climbing onto the tree marked with her secretions, the nest she calls home. Squeak! It's safe there. There she will find her kin, her family. She bends on the tree branch and squeals, waiting for a reply. Nothing. She hesitates a little, but in the end, hops onto the tree trunk and back into her nest. There her mother is fast asleep in the shadows. She wants to snuggle up to her, get through the night in her embrace, but once her eyes adjust the darkness, she finds only a scattered pile of beast bones. The nest is very wide and dark. It's like there was nothing waiting for her. Waiting for her to come home, waiting for her to lower her guard, waiting for her to be overwhelmed by fear. Something climbs on the back of her neck. It looks so sad. I'm not getting a sleeping bag. She doesn't look sad. She looks pouty. The nightmare left Magellan feeling sick. She wants to walk out the door, catch her breath, and calm herself down before moving back to sleep. Then when she steps outside, what she makes her doubt that she is actually awoken from her dream. There's a large shadow entity roaming here. It looks like a person, but also kind of like a tree. The large shadow is moving in a single direction at a slow yet steady pace. John, Broken Scripts. This is from the Broken Scripts, the Minecraft mod, the Broken Scripts. Chat. This is crazy. Yet he shrouds even the moon above, keeping the ground below out of the moonlight's reach. What is this? I need to get a picture of it. It's not possible. It makes no sense. The photo she just took, the shadow is nowhere to be seen. The moonlight illuminates the ground. It looks perfectly normal. The shadow still moves before her eyes. Not a sound. Magellan stays rooted to the spot. He doesn't know if she should head back inside to sleep as if nothing happened, or go grab her equipment to measure this possibly unrecordable supernatural phenomenon as best as she can. As she finds herself lost in thought, the enormous shadow sweeps past her. She instinctively jumps back, and at the same time, something climbs onto the back of her neck. What are you doing? What are you doing here? What are you doing out here? Ah! Relax, Magellan. Calm down. I'm here. Nothing is going to hurt you. Oh.
Don't try talking yet. Calm down first. Have a seat and drink some water. Doesn't matter how big that guy is, it's just a shadow. Feeling any better? Feeling any...
Oh my god. It is impossible to maintain this. This is definitely just something that I would have to like learn independently of this. Alright, that's it. Typhon's losing her accent. I'm making an executive decision. She's losing her accent because it's making this take way longer. And it's doing numbers on my throat and it doesn't even sound good.
Johanna means a family. You're stronger than I expected. I was looking forward to you screaming loud enough to wake everyone up. Are you gonna kick me out of the village tonight then? No, the Sami aren't that narrow-minded. Had a nightmare? My nightmare, Lilo and Stitch. Johanna means family.
Yeah.
Alright, let's change this up a little bit and go back to what it was. An accent, but one that's easy for me. Let me guess. Honra Baseling Cop goes home, finds his mother's bones, then gets eaten. Did you have the same dream? Yep, just this afternoon in your sleeping bag. I'm sorry. It's not your fault. It comes whenever I'll rest in a safe, relaxing environment. Like an unwelcome friend. It's one of the bad things about Sami. The cycle of hunter be hunted never ends, even in your dreams. And in dreams, most find themselves on the side of the hunted. Then, can we become the hunters? Wouldn't you rather be the rules themselves? What? That's an option? Not even possible? Who knows? Maybe it is. Must be we become more mature. No longer afraid of these big guys. Magellan, why don't we try touching it? Huh? Isn't that dangerous? I thought you were an explorer. Why are you so afraid? I only ever set out after I planned for every possible contingency. How am I supposed to prepare for this?
It is funny that she's unwilling to touch this, but she's willing to do the other stupid, insane shit that she does.
Stop pulling! Ah, we stepped on the tree! It's not the main trunk. Stepping on a little won't hurt. Besides, no one's around to see. Oh, this is a great spot. Let's sit here. Are you sure we're not too close? How are we supposed to touch it from far away? Are we really going to touch it? It's just a shadow. It's nothing to be scared of. Or to be exact, it's only a shadow for now. Very, very faint one. Maybe one day it'll grow into a more concrete threat, but we'll have grown too. We'll have even more tricks up our sleeves. But when that time comes, maybe these things won't be so scary to us anymore. Besides, I can sometimes hear a voice in that dream when we're preyed on. If something ever scares you, you should attack it without hesitation. If you defeat it, you will have defeated fear. If you run from it, you'll always be afraid. Come. But... Magellan uneasily looks at the curtain-like shadow before her. The cruel and oppressive feeling she felt in her dream still haunts her mind. Part of her tells her not to take the risk, but she slowly reaches her hand out. Just like that, slowly. It'll be fine. I'll do it with you.
That's the thumbnail for the stream!
Typhon places her palm on the back of Magellan's hand and gently pushes it forward. The moment they're met with a hint of resistance, she stops pushing forward and instead reaches forward ahead of Magellan's hand. Dips her hand into the shadow and pulls it back out. Then she places it back on Magellan's hand. See? Nothing to be afraid of. I'll give it a try. Magellan's hand inches forward, bit by bit, until her fingertips are finally submerged in the shadow. Now she feel a hint of cold, or perhaps that something would suck her in, chew on her fingers, but there was nothing. Nothing. First up to a joint, then a whole finger, finally her whole hand. The shadow still moves, but aside from the change in light, nothing happens at all. Exactly as Typhon said. Just a shadow. Also, does Magellan still have... I think that's just her boots and not, like, the blades of her skates. I was gonna say, if she's walking all this way in fucking ice skates, walking all this way, that's crazy. How is it? Just like I said, right? You're right. There's nothing. How did something like this happen in the first place? Still hung up on those scientific principles of yours? Things don't just happen without rhyme or reason. How come my mother's gave birth to you and me and not to anybody else?
Well, because a certain sperm made it to a certain egg, and they started the process of building a baby. And the DNA, you know, came together and eventually created you.
Based on your logic, isn't that something with no rhyme or reason? Well, that's because, I mean, there is a reason for that. There is a reason for that you are specifically you. There's also all of your experiences that determine other things about you that develop. Seems like you Southerners really need to have a reason for everything. But if you ask me, I think it's more important to be able to face the unknown at any time, even if I'm not prepared.
Don't you get scared? Megalon waddles like a penguin. The others are just going at an insanely slow pace.
Do you? When you encounter a blizzard on the ice field, an avalanche in the mountains, or a pack of beasts when you're alone? I do, yeah, but I still think I'll manage to survive somehow. If you can manage to survive even when you're scared, you've already accomplished the most difficult thing there is. In that case, what else is there to be afraid of? Even if the shadow in front of us were to suddenly turn into a real monster, you wouldn't be afraid, would you? And if it were something that actually exists, we could deal with it. This is just a shadow. Everything that exists has a weak point. You wait, observe, and survive until the moment you find that weakness, and then you attack. That's how hunters have always lived. You're an explorer, so you're something like half a hunter. Sure, you can handle these things too. Nothing stays the same forever. Maybe there'll come a day when the things that once scared you are afraid of you instead. Don't overthink it. You have to be on the road tomorrow. Oh, right. Here. Want a fruit before you go back to bed? No, thanks. Eating sugar before bed is how you get cavities. Alright, up to you. Good night. Nighty-night, Typhon. And turns around and looks at the hovering shadow once more, but for some reason she doesn't think it represents fear and emptiness this time. It's more like a traveler who's lost his bearings and doesn't know where to go, like wandering the land aimlessly. Maybe by the time the sun rises, it will have gone back home for a good night's sleep. Megalon takes another picture, just like before. There's nothing in the photograph. He thinks a little and has a little note on the picture. Mr. Lonesome. Finally, everything's quiet once more. Only the wandering shadow is left to hover around alone, until daybreak. It should be about time. It should almost be time. I wonder what kind of ceremony this is. Oh, it's starting! The Sami begin their ceremony by singing and dancing around their clan tree. That's meant to be a farewell to the tree. The dance is very unique, but disorderly. Everyone dances on their own, almost like a carnival.
Brush their teeth. Good. Good dental hygiene's important, chat. Brush your teeth. Be like Megalon. Floss too.
Is Simone here yet? Oh, she's right under the tree talking to the shaman. If you want to look, I can lend you my binoculars. No thanks, my eyes are enough to see it without your gadget. What kind of ceremony is this anyway? How much longer will it take? If you hadn't come, I'd have fallen asleep by now. I'm a Sami Sarkaz, not a Sami Alafia. I don't know much more than you. For how long it will take, that's hard to say. I've seen ceremonies that ended with just the shaman's nod. As well as gatherings that lasted all day and night. But forget the ceremony. Take a look at this. I found it in the forest. Is this a snowball? It's Amma's affection, Magalon. This is Amma's affection. Amma, that means mother, right? Good memory. As a southerner might put it, this is a mother's love. It's the protection most sought after by the Sami. Among all Sami's kindnesses, it's the purest and most sincere. Here, take it, Megalon. Put it in your pocket. Didn't you just say all the Sami want this? You found it, so you should keep it. I can't take it. I know it's worth, but that's why I don't have the right to it. Woman doesn't like granting protection to greedy people. But you know nothing about her. Ignorance is also a kind of purity. You have an honest soul. That's why you should have it.
Oh yeah, this is IS4 music. It's amazing with all the great OSTs. With all the great OST songs Arknights has, that they don't use more of them in the event stories. For so many, they just use the same, like, similar ones. It's good to see, it's good when events use. Like when Lone Trail used some more futuristic sounding themes in some of its backgrounds.
Then what should I do with it? Forget about it. Lucky never received it in the first place. Then I gotta give you something in return. Hold on. Here you go, little Typhon. What did you just call me? Never mind. So, what is this? A flare. Just twist open the lid and pull the string and it'll let out a ton of light and noise. You're a hunter, I'm sure you can think of a use. They'll sound pretty useful. Try it out next time. Megalon, stop dancing. Aren't you taking notes? Quick! Okay. After 40 straight minutes of independent carnival, Sony's moved into its next phase. The shaman shows the tribesmen a wood carving. She says something impassioned. She raises her one staff facing the clan tree and sounds the horn. Starts murmuring something. There's another shaman assisting her by her side. She is singing an accompaniment. Typhon, can you help me out figure out what they're saying? I can't understand it. Sounds familiar, but those are clearly not words you use in normal conversation. Some sort of ritualistic language. She's repeating a few short words over and over. Repeating. Emotions build up and she keeps raising her voice. Well, what's going on? An earthquake? Typhon, what should we get back to? No, Magalon. Look. The tray. Oh my god.
The tree! The tree's roots begin to emerge as it gradually lifts off the ground. A thunderous sound rings through the forest and suppresses the shouts of everyone underneath. Surrounded by other trees, it slowly rises into the air as its roots ring together into a bundle and form an unprecedented, in human terms, mobile structure. Its leaves come falling down from the canopy. Some are not shocked to the slightest. Instead, they appear very excited. Indeed, what can be more encouraging than the tribe's ancestral tree lifting itself from the ground with all the clan's history and memories? The tree!
Congratulations, attendant. The ritual was a success. I've always thought my ancestors' journey with the tree was a mere tale.
Thank you, child of Santology. Without your interpretation assistance, this waving ceremony would not have been successful. The tree is awakened, but it still awaits a direction and its next steps from us. I must research our tribe register more.
With the tree's enormous body out in the open, the disaster of the north is bound to notice it. Their activity has been growing more and more frequent of late. You must pray for Sami to protect the tree with you.
Yes, you're right, man.
Please make your way to the south with all haste and replant the tree. Do not let yourselves get caught up in them.
Understood. The register says...
Well then, my companions and I must take our leave. I pray that Sami will find you and your tribe a satisfactory definition, such as you never need relocate again.
Oh? Are you leaving so soon?
Still much to attend to. No need to see us off.
And I wish you and companions a safe and uneventful journey. Once again, I thank you kindly for your help, honored friend. Oh, I make the tree set out. I must first hit the gritty.
Farewell.
Report. I have entered Sami as planned. Please advise on the positions of Littlefowl and the Black Mark. Over.
Simone! Yeah, I'm back. Is there something I can help you with? It's time to go. I'm sorry that it took so long. It's okay, let's go. So when you need to explain to me what you said during the ritual, it's gonna be real important to my research. I'll tell you all about it on the way. Sounds good.
I do like that Typhon's not saying anything, but she's always showing up on this side.
What's the matter? Nothing. It'll be done real quick. There's Madeline snaps a picture of the enormous tree standing in the forest. For some reason, she feels that this gigantic being almost completely blocking the sun looks kind of familiar. She doesn't think too much about it, merely scribbles her immediate thoughts into her notebook. Calls the rest of the group and continue their journey southern side. Which one is this? This is number 4. We might have to stop after number 4 and then come back to finish off the last ones later.
Or if chat wants to read a different one next time, or a next stream, or I don't know, play Uma or something, then I may read the rest of it independently. But well, at the very least, do this one.
You can take off the breather, Magalon. There are no spores here. Oh, okay. Ha! I've been so scared of mushrooms in my life. I warned you, Baggy. Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything. Now you know why. My... Empty box you gave me? Put the mushrooms inside and sealed it. Here. Thanks! The spore density be so high that it could paralyze the respiratory system. It's a carnivorous mushroom. Where do you think its food comes from? How come you aren't affected at all? We hunters have ways to deal with them. I died in one of those mushroom swamps, so I'll never live it down. Typhon the sacrifice. Sacrifice? Are we there? You're right. Where are you going? Wait for me! What do you mean by sacrifice? Me? Of course not, you bird brain. It's the heart of Sami, the first forest. Where we come from, and where we go. Prepare some food as tribute to Sami, and we can enter. Would bad things happen if we don't? Who knows? Do you want to find out? Never mind. Is hardtack okay? No idea. Brush it and spread it on the ground. Alright. Great land, we ask your leave to pass over you. We offer you this sacrifice. You may watch over us and protect us from bloodshed, or being hunted.
Sami says it's okay, ladies. I will eat well, thanks to your generosity. Like I say, I'm an apprentice shaman and I make Sigma male TikToks.
Isn't that a little casual, young shaman? Apprentice shaman?
This isn't really a formal occasion after all. Sami wouldn't mind the presence of a child in Santolatry.
Oh, a shaman, a hunter, and an outlander. Now, that's a rare sight.
I don't suppose you're here just for the experience.
We're in a hurry to head south and don't have time to go around the first land.
I see. My teacher often takes this shortcut too. Not this time though. He left me alone. He left me here alone to experience the Sami villain. I'm here for days wandering the woods without a sliver of revelation to be found. You know what I mean, child of the tree?
Please, call me Santala.
Very well, Santala. Can you tell me what our teachers expect us to bring back from here?
Do not know, Oak Trial. I've only been here to witness. This is not what my trial was.
That's so. What a shame.
We have a long road ahead of us. Let's hurry.
Wait. I'll come with you. The trees with the best shade, the cleanest streams, and the safest animal trails. I can be your guide. There's no one more qualified. Let me come with you, Santala. I'm so bored here I could turn into a tree. What do you think, great shaman? What about you, hunter? Or outlander friend?
I guess I don't mind.
We're all agreed then. Let's go. Welcome to the First Forest.
One more question, Oak Child.
What is it?
What should we call you?
Me. My Sami name's a little hard to remember. My teacher calls me Oak Cup though, so you can too. It's Oak Cup, Laffy. It's fucking Oak Cup.
May I ask how you got that name?
Because he always grabs my horn and tries to drink from it when he's drunk.
Oh. Okay. Hey, are we being watched? Like by a deity? Big predators, one on the tree, one behind some out of the bushes, and one behind that tree to the left. Oh, is that all? Well, the weird stuff we encounter dealing with carnivorous wildlife seems almost quaint. Should I be ready for a fight then?
No need. They're not hungry enough to risk attacking. Stop worrying about their dinner and start worrying about ours.
Look out!
Need help? No thanks. I'm done. A tusk lies prone to the ground, glaring at Typhon. Gaping wound stretches from cheek all the way to its foreleg. I guess one of them was hungry enough. They have a choice to pray though. Go. Your meat tastes terrible anyway. The tusk beast does not seem willing to leave. It crouches down in the shadows, ready to attack again. Bang! Alright, well, we'll have to click on Oak Cup, show off the Oak Cup drip. A loud bang rings out in the air before it, sending it scampering into the distance, leaving behind only a trail of blood. It's got a scattered trail of blood.
Did you just shoot something with your finger, Typhon?
Yeah, for scaring away big guys like these.
A roll of leaves? You wrap up air with leaves until it forms a ball. But how do you wrap air with leaves? Don't ask. I've tried to teach others, but no one's ever been able to learn it. Easy. It's just an unlucky hornbeast that got its neck bitten in half. Maybe by the one that attacked us, maybe by another.
Looks like our Outlander friend has grown accustomed to the ways of the land. This is my drip. What can I say? I'm a fan of patterns and a fan of tassels.
A few more weeks of this and she'll be a fully fledged Sami. Ah ha 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 ha!
An Outlander who understands Sami, how nice. They're working as a guide for some Colombian tourists while on a pilgrimage. Is there a stream where they saw the carnivore doing their carnivore? They thought it was too bloody and uncivilized. Not that I'd call myself civilized, but they make good money to come here and see these untamed wilderness. They didn't even try to sort of stop the beast. They only got up their next meal. Those were dignified enough, but certainly not the people wearing them.
I have quite a mastery of Colombian.
Not just Colombian, I just can't keep my mouth shut. Yes, I'm a natural born chatterbox.
And I suppose my teacher was a weird old man for teaching me all that. No, a bit. Ah, yes, true.
The folks back home hate it when I just strike up a conversation with Southerners. One time, there was a regular Ursus caravan that passed through the tribal market, and...
When was the last time I returned? Breath of the Wild continues to echo through this place. Does Alma still watch over this forest? Something isn't right. The influence of Alma lingers, but it's not alone. Black mark of Ursus. People that have never seen Skibbity Toilet in their life linger all around us. Through evil. What is it, Simone? Nothing. Has our guide found somewhere we can spend the night? Yep, inside that tree up ahead. Cup says it's hollow with enough room for the four of us. Never seen a hollow tree before. And now's your chance. Wow, we could easily fit another person or two in here.
It's the largest treehouse around. Could hold close to a dozen.
Where's Typhon?
The hunter? She went looking for must-be's fruit stashes. She wants something extra for dinner.
You should rest. I'll set up some protection.
Is that really necessary? The tree's already been blessed and there are even talismans hanging off it. She's so serious.
That's how Simone is. I'd have frozen to death 3 or maybe 4 times by now if she wasn't here to help.
Simone. Simone. Santala. I think I've heard that name.
Is she famous in Sami?
Oh, no, not at all. I must be remembering wrong. I have a hard time keeping track of anything I haven't seen for myself on my pilgrimage. So maybe I'm mixing her up with someone else. Using Yoda level mastery of Sami. Becoming one with it.
You seem to know a lot, Cup. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Shoot.
I picked up 2 pieces of bark from a tree and they had symbols on them. I want to know what they mean.
It's a code that Sami uses to communicate with us. It could be messages about the past, the future, about nature. The same symbols can also mean very different things depending on who's receiving them and when. Can I have a look?
I have them right here.
This is the old tree's bark. Snow Priest, to light. Looks like a message from a clan tree to its shaman. You can have them back.
What's the difference between a snow priest and a shaman?
Think of a snow priest as the head shaman or a greater shaman. May not be the oldest, but certainly the highest in status, the most powerful, and the local leader. Incidentally, my teacher's a snow priest.
Will you become one too?
Nah, it's such a pain taking care of the tribe and solving all their problems. Leave that to someone who wants the job.
So, are you a shaman now?
Nope, just an apprentice. I have no idea what Sami wants, or even what it wants from me. Which is why my teacher made me come here to feel the Samavilan.
And have you felt it?
Nope. Leaves fall, rivers flow. It's all the same. I don't feel anything unusual. I have plenty of complaints for him the next time I see him.
You're back, Simone.
Let me have a look. Wow, you can really do that with ground frost. By the way, I heard that the one who serves the old tree can control the wind and snow, making them dance at her fingertips. Fingertips. The old tree takes no servants, nor does it need one like me. Well, if you don't want to talk, I'm not going to press the matter.
Old tree? Is there a difference between the clan trees?
There's only one tree that can be called old in Sami. It represents the past and often appears with the heralds of the present and future. We are separate but one, transcending Sami. The past? By your outfit, I thought you were an explorer. I am. You seem more like, what's the word, a folklorist? As an explorer, it's always good to learn more about an unfamiliar place. I'll bring you some Sami books if we ever meet again, explorer. That'd be great! On the other hand, there's only so much I can carry in extreme environments. Maybe the equivalent of 2 volumes of the Encyclopedia Columbiana. It's about this long, this wide, this thick, hardcover. Yeah, not sure why you thought that'd help me at all. Just give me your luggage and let me feel the weight. Oh, it's all bundled up enough to be carried on my back. 1 second. There. It's all on the ground. Good. Looks like you can fit it. Huh? It's about the same weight as 2 Sami books. Oh. What sort of books? Legends, tribal history, that sort of thing. But full tribal history takes up enough wooden tablets to fill an entire treehouse, so I'll spare you that. I thought the paper books I saw in the Cyclops' cave were Sami books. Maggie! Oh, welcome back! You have any more of those flare sticks? Yeah? Why? I tried one when I was picking the fruits and it worked even better than a leaf ball. You ran to a Tusby's? Well, wouldn't I? I was walking alone in the forest and they're hungry. Anyway, do you have any? Half a bundle? How many do you need? Give me 2 for now. And here, fruit from a must-be stash. I'll wash them with water. Thanks! Let's eat together and go to bed early. I don't want to wake up and find the door blocked by a bunch of hungry beasts. I'll take the night watch. I already signed up the other night. It should be my turn. It's safer here and I won't be up all night. Consider it a chance for me to relax. Alright, if you say so. Be careful. There are demons in the forest. I know. Let's make a campfire, Simone. Absolutely not! Do you want to draw the attention of every predator in the forest? A lamp, then? Not much difference between a lamp and a fire, light-wise. You can't sleep, then try this. Dreamcatcher. Help you pass the night in peace with no dreams of becoming prey. Thank you! I'm going to bed then. Good night! Though Cup promised, Magellan was not troubled by nightmares that night, and she dreamed another dream. In it, she's still in the forest at night. But she is not alone. She's a creature like the Emperor. She is a penguin. Behind her, a massive white horned beast slumbers in the dream of another. It was serene and beautiful. Magellan could not help but reach out to caress it. It's so dignified and solemn that her hand stops midair. She decides to lay down next to it, dream together with it. Dream within a dream. The deer. So that's an IS4 event, I believe, as well. You can find the deer and lie with it.
In it, dark shadow shambles toward the tree hall where the group is sleeping. In it, trail of darkness and filth.
Black snow falls from the sky, burning away Santalla's frost and creating a gap. A shadow walks toward the gap, leaving its vile trail on the ground. Suddenly, a horned beast catches his attention. The horned beast leaps and disappears. By the time the shadow turns around, the gap is filled with frost again. He gazes upon the frost and shambles toward where the horned beast disappeared. The horned beast is still by Magellan when she wakes up, but its horns have begun to melt. Body, forest. Magellan sits upon the snow, snowflakes falling on her beak. For some reason, she feels regret. She never sees the horned beast's eyes until the dream vanishes. Oh! You're up early today. I just happened to wake up. Perhaps that was not the entire story. The sleeping bag is wet near the pocket. I remember putting the pocket's zipper shut before sleeping, but it's open now, as if something fell out. Nothing missing, though, except a little Sami souvenir. Typhon! What's the matter? Got on the wrong side of the bed? Does Summer's affection disappear? Mother has to take care of so many. She can't stay by your side forever. Did the affection I gave you melt? Oh, that's what the deer is. So it feels like an additional size 408.
Bro, it was. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I guess the deer is a representative of Alma's affection. That was protecting her and allowing her to have a normal night's sleep. As a penguin. Instead of getting eaten. Yeah. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe she took care of a big problem for us without us even realizing. If possible, and I'd like to keep it with me. Well, we can always find another.
It's not that hard. Oh, okay. That's the beast that attacked us the other day. Hasn't been dead for long. Thought it was rammed to death by a large herbivore. Self-defense? To avoid being eaten? No, it came for revenge while the predator was weakened. Maybe it lost a friend or family when it was little and sought vengeance once it grew up.
That's a lot to assume. I feel like that's a lot to assume. I think you're assuming a lot of that. I feel like that's not something you can tell.
Animals seeking revenge?
The hunter kills its prey and the offspring takes revenge. Humans do that and so do animals. We're not as different from them as you civilized folks believe, but that aside, Hunter and Shaman over here, we have a bigger problem. Hunter and Shaman over here, we have a bigger problem.
Simone, is Rockhorn? Yes, a demon did this. Take the fall away, Oak Child. Don't let it lick the mother's blood. Gotcha.
Rockhorn! 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 The foal hears the call and staggers away from its mother towards Oak Cup. Meh. Meh. It's scared. Don't worry, I'm here. Lick. Magellan looks at the photo. With her very own eyes, she can clearly see the Rockhorn bleeding blood as black as ink. But the blood doesn't appear in the photo at all. It wasn't caused directly by a demon, just a corrupted creature, some kind of beast. It won't be turned. Can you save it, Oak Child? 1 second. Watch over the baby for a bit, Magellan. Rockhorn! 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 Oak leaves a fold of Magellan, then heads toward the injured Rockhorn.
Hello?
Magellan stretches out her hand, and the foal happily rubs his head against her palm.
Hehe.
Rockhorn! Rockhorn! Not good. We might have had a chance if we'd arrived earlier, but now, all we can do is ease its pain. Stand aside, Hunter. Don't let the foal see. Rockhorn! No need to be afraid. It won't hurt. Sleep now. Roam free in a dream. Over hills, over swamp. Put those 7 takes on dagger. Rest in Amma's woods, for she watches over you. No more pain, no more suffering, with all these woes of life. Roam free on Sabi's back. Back on the National Geographic Channel cameraman. Yeah, pretty much.
Rest now, soul of the land.
Rockhorn mother!
Oh!
Rockhorn! Rockhorn!
Fear not, your mother is with you. With her blood, tears, her horn. Stopping at your...
The foal lightly kicks Oak Cup's knee with its hoof. A mark on the hoof with the dagger.
Go, friend. Your life has just begun.
Looking at the circle Oakcliff, seemingly seeing him as its new family.
Well, I suppose that works. Only until we take care of your mother, though.
The foal does not answer, rubbing itself against Oak Cup.
What's the plan?
This is more than an apprentice can handle. Screw training. I'll let my teacher take care of it. That way we'll take you out of the forest towards a nearby marsh folk village. He'll give you a warm welcome. I'll stay here with the kid and stop the Rockhorn's bleeding until my teacher arrives. Can't let it become food for scavengers.
Say hello to the canopy sage for me. Oh, so you knew... Tell him that this is connected to the Black Mark of Ursus.
Black Mark of Ursus? Alright, I'll pass it on. Nothing good ever comes of Ursus being involved.
Do you have enough rations?
I'm not about to become the first apprentice shaman to starve to death in the forest.
Here, take this.
Flashlight? I can see well enough in the dark, but it might be useful to the old man. Thanks. Farewell, friends. May Sami keep you safe.
Finally out of the woods! Hey, I think I'm getting a signal. The marsh folk trade with you guys a lot, so they've got some of your metal things set up. What will Cup do with the Rockhorn's carcass?
Cleanse the corrupted soil and blood, clean the wound, then leave it.
Gonna be buried?
No point, scavengers would just dig it out.
Is it the same with people? More or less. Like our Cup said, you and Solomon, it's not much difference between humans and beasts. Hunt and be hunted, eat and be eaten. Best we can do is show our pride a bit of kindness, but then make sure they're dead before we eat them. It's all in nature, the will of the north, the Sami villain. If you want to change that, there's only one way. What's that? Become Sami itself. Become the Allfather. Of course, that's just a legend. No one's ever seen it happen. There's no way you're gonna defeat Sami itself. Never.
It's like Rock On, kind of. The Rock On! Rock On!
Stop messing with me.
Checking its status of black mark, little fella's about to trade with those upon water.
Another carcass. Another victim. The hunter steps over the hunted. No intention to feed. This was not to satiate hunger, nor for revenge, but pure and simple killing. The horn beast. A corrupted one. With an empty hole in its abdomen, but it's still alive. Blood, tears, and saliva are all black as ink. The hunter roams the animal trail looking for a new victim. Figure swaying at the same frequency not far away. Clearly human. Weak and rhythmic breathing can be heard clearly even without approaching. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot Gitano's here. Alright. I think that's a pretty good yeah, it's a pretty good spot to rein it in. We got through 4 out of 7. So we do have options. We can come back to this next week. That's an option. I can finish it in my own time and we do something else next week. That's also an option. You know, I thought we'd be able to finish it in one session, and then it turned out it's really, like, each of these are really long. The Homecoming, One Day, Vision Unseen, they're all quite long. Penguin Emperor saw me, truly an Emperor Penguin. This can be nice, yeah. This is one of my favorite events. I really like Magellan and Typhon. Okay, next week, the people want next week. And then I can pop in and finish it next week. It's a slight bit unfair for this event to come at this time, because like these last events, honestly, I'm not sure. Yeah, like I really like this one. I'm not sure if it'll go as high as it normally would, because I've read so many Arknights events. I'm towards the end of reading / rereading all of them. I've read so many that like I'm just like, let me be done, almost. Yeah, no, Magellan's great. Magellan's great. Magellan and Typhon are great. And I do think it's definitely an event that is at its best when you read it the first time. And all this weird shit kind of happens, and it's just kind of like stuff that's normal in Sami, but Magellan is kind of a surrogate for you, and like, this is not normal, this shit is really whack. I think, like, if I'm being fair to it, I have to also remember that it was at its best the first time reading through it, that it's at a disadvantage compared to something else that's at its best that I hadn't read before. I think when, like, ranking it, writing about it, I do have to remember that. You know, there's those people that are like, oh, Eddie, why do you hate spoilers? Any good story is worth hearing twice. Yeah, but it's not as good. A good story could be not as good when you know all of the fucking twists and turns. Like, that shit is so stupid. I hate when people say that. It's so dumb. Like, what do you mean? What are we saying? What are we saying? How does that make sense? How the fuck does that make any sense? It's crazy. But yes, chat, thank you all for showing up.
was nice to have you here. Hope you enjoyed the priestess thing as well. Yeah, twist only twist once, exactly. Like, you can find value in seeing what leads up to a twist, like, when it's like, oh, there were these things that were, like, clear. Like, I've found that in certain events. In certain events, I found, like, oh, there's, like, a twist, and then, like, you can see where it's, like, built up to when like, doing the rereading, but it's not like it's the same experience. Yeah. Alright, see you next time, Penguin. And see anybody else who comes for this or anything else later. If you haven't seen the Friends Who Don't Play Arknights ranking, Arknights Characters series, we just released part 12 of that. So there's a backlog of that for anyone, if anyone here hasn't seen that and wants to start it. And yeah, next video coming out is probably going to be a new Musume video, because I've got the script and everything done for that. It's about some things, whether that gets done. One of the things is getting some of the ladies that I have doing different Uma voices, when they can get it in, is going to affect it, as well as how busy I am next few weeks, but that should be out in a couple weeks. And then from there, I don't know what I'm going to do next. But we're getting towards the end when it comes to the all events video. I'm nearly finished. I've got some, like I've got like Ideal City, I've got the Golden Glow event, like I've got some to read, but not that many. And yeah, you know what? I will leave you with, I'm gonna go find how many more, and just pull it up on you can pull up on my second monitor, and I can tell you how many more events I have to finish reading. Okay, so it should be 1, 2, scroll down so much. 3, surely. 3, 4, 5. I think it's 5, including this one. It's 5. Yep, including this one, it's 5. Yeah, it's 5 more, including this one. It's this, the Golden Glow event, Ideal City, So Long Adele, and Hortes the Escaping One. At least there's not any like super bad events that I have left. Like, I already read like a Death in Chunfin, you know. I don't have any super bad events left. I'm not sure how good Ideal City is gonna be. I've forgotten pretty much all of Ideal City. It's been so long, and I don't think I actually ever finished Hortes de Escapimo. Did not particularly like it. Escapismo, whatever it's called. Hey, but it's 5 out of like 40 or something, Ghostly. It's 5 out of like 40. So most of the work is done. But thank you all again for showing up, and I'll see you guys next time.